let's see how this goes. So I'm going to set the start time 1155. Okay, so let me open my notes. And I always deliver a recap. So this is convenient. Okay, so last time we left off, the squad defended the town of Edervik from a separatist assault. And not those separatists, Marty, but they were named after those separatists. With the assistance of a deserter, Emily's character, the separatists were all wiped out or taken prisoner. But after learning that they will investigate the disappearance of their forces, you had the complication of having to evac the people of Edervik. After some debate, the verdict you reached was to take them with you and escort them to Zoetstraten, at which point you'll continue on to the ambush spot. Now, while setting up camp, Riley elected to camp out on the road on his own and watch out patrols. Then, after failing miserably at setting up camp, he was attacked in the middle of the night by the apex predator of this planet, which he nonchalantly killed with a shotgun. So, we'll start from Riley's POV about an hour or two after his mano-a-mano with the squeezer. I'll narrate this real quick just for context purposes. Okay. Though he failed to set up camp, Riley has made a tough stuff and sits by the road in a concealed position since he did well on his recon roll. As he sits in a secluded observation point, Riley would eventually hear the intense, deafening screams of aircraft engines. Overhead fly two separatist gunships with a trio of dropships sandwiched between them. All three dropships are the troop carrier model, each one carrying a detachable troop bay that you would all know would hold shy of 30 soldiers, meaning that there are over 2 platoons worth of separatist soldiers on approach to Edivik along with close air support. Now, focusing on the rest of the group. I can't remember who was taking watch during the night shift.
It was me.
Okay. So currently, the other players and NPCs are asleep. So Tobias / Chef is taking watch. So Chef, you would, I'm assuming your radio will be on, yeah?
Yep, my radio's
Okay.
on.
So you would hear, your radio kind of coming alive, and you would hear, notice from like Riley reporting in, like he's trying to contact you.
Gotcha. I say go in for O'Connor.
Um, He says that, like, he informs you that all that's transpired. He says, "Well, I was attacked by this alien beast that I effortlessly slayed by shooting it in the head with my shotgun. About 2 hours after I killed it, there was a separatist response force traveling by air to Edervik, and I spotted half a company's worth of enemy soldiers being sent there along with close air support."
Gotcha. I then jokingly mentioned, hey, about that predator you mentioned. You think we can get this some meat?
And he says, like, "There's no way I'm dragging it through 10 kilometers of the woods, but if you guys come pick me up, we can bring it with us."
Not to take all the meat. He says just a few slabs. I want to try it out.
And he's like, all right, I'll start cutting it up. Just don't forget me before you take off. Um, and
No
then
worries.
he radios out. So we'll skip ahead to the morning shift. And just so you know, Marty, the way this game is broken up is that there are 4 shifts in a day, morning, evening, or morning, day, or fuck, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Each is 6 hours, and then in a shift, there's a certain amount of like actions you can do and like defend, like determines the time of like the weather and all that stuff. Speaking of the weather, let's roll for see how blizzardy and shitty it is. It isn't. Luck, luck smiles on you. Okay, so uh,
Nice.
everybody is waking up. And also, Marty, I'll give you a rundown of the characters just so you have a little context. So Mike, I've obviously told you what he's like. But of the other player characters, so the two that are currently here, we have Tobias Chef O'Connor, who's the acting squad leader. Um, and then the most recent member who joined is Lena Sandvik, a separatist deserter, and she is actually, I think she's the new medic, but we have a secondary medic as an NPC. And then other characters, there's the technician gunner who most notably defused a mine with his face, Melton Down Matthias, the heavy gunner, and then Riley Quinn, the NPC I was playing earlier, who is the group scout. He's usually played by a player, but that player wasn't able to show up today. Um,
Hmm.
so, what do you guys say or do in the morning?
Well, my character would probably be waking up, preparing some food for the amount of people that we have now, from the predator's
Yeah.
stockpile. Because he's just looking around to see who's awake.
I'll say that my character, Lena, is also getting up this time, probably just like, going through, making sure like equipment's all together before you know, joining the main like area and saying, "Oh hey, how's it going?"
Just making food. You know, he says as he puts some of the secret sauce in there to make it better.
Uh, so Marty, what are you doing as Mike?
Was I was I on guard duty? What was I doing
Well, you were asleep during
before?
the night shift. Usually, whenever you set up
Okay,
camp, you elect one person to stand guard, uh,
okay,
while everybody else sleeps. So Tobias was asleep, or no, he was. I mean, correction, he was keeping watch while everybody else slept. So basically, you and
okay.
everybody else are
Well,
waking up for the first time.
then I don't need to roleplay. I'm I'm going to make some tea, hot black tea to wake me up.
In game or out?
In game,
Okay.
out of game, I already have it.
Oh, okay.
So
No, on Mike, it's a surprise he's not making moonshine instead.
no, man, that's in the fridge.
You know, if you want to voice him as Shio, you're more than welcome to do so.
It's no. She was a whole different level of smoothness.
Yeah, you're right. Cause mine's more like a deranged hillbilly who go around running people. Oh, I tell you what. Or at least that's how I voice him. But you know, it's up to you.
Oh my,
Hey, up, hey,
oh
shitty
my
boy.
god.
Yeah, yeah. To him, the enemy all has the same name. That name was Yippee City Boy. Uh,
Squeal like a pig.
yeah, we're gonna make you squeal like a pig. While I'll run you over, boy. But anyway, so so um uh yeah. So Mike, you're making tea.
Mike is making tea.
Okay.
Want
Um.
some, never mind. I was
uh,
gonna say, do you want some sugar? Some Tobias sugar. The reason they don't call me chef for nothing, man.
Tobias sugar. Oh my god.
Straight up.
Where is the bite?
What's up?
Where is the where
Well,
is
you
the
guys
bite?
are all in the camp. Like, so basically, if you look over here, like this is the
Yeah.
marker that represents the squad on the world map. You guys pulled off road to like set up camp away from the road.
Okay.
Um, so you guys are all in
So
the same
we're
camp
going up
together.
there.
Probably found like a little clearing.
Currently, I'm making food. Well, I'm preparing the food that was in the vehicle that we came with.
Okay. So what are we doing up here then?
What we're doing up here? We're trying to avoid enemy, patrols since we took a
Yeah,
city.
but our camp is here.
Yeah. Well, because basically
Our
the
camp
enemy
is
would
here.
be coming up this road to go to this town,
Okay.
Edervik. The players were
Yeah,
previously
I
like
see that. That
they were in a battle, and so they pulled off the road so they didn't get spotted by the enemy.
all right.
Patent pending, my idea. No, it's not.
Um, so yeah, is there anything anybody else does during the oh, somebody stream so you can watch the map? That wouldn't be me because I have all sorts of GME plans. So if anybody else wants to stream it, so Bahama can watch, I
Yeah.
mean, go for it.
Cool.
Yeah, Ghost is streaming bombs, so you can watch his stream if you would like. Um, just make sure your PC doesn't fucking melt, Ghost. Or laptop, I mean. Um, so at the camp, so by this point, I would say Riley instead, like he actually shows up and he's like, uh, you know, haul like he got bored in the night, so he decided to just haul the corpse over. Uh, which by the way, the corpse, just so you guys can see, this was the thing he hauled over. Uh, and he says to Tobias as he looks at all you, is like, dinner's served, and he like fucking like drags. Well, he tries to fling it, but he realizes, oh wait, this thing's like really heavy, so like I can barely pull it, so he just drops the corpse on the ground.
You see, goes over with his nice chef strength. He decides to bring it over. He automatically becomes stronger when there's food involved. As he starts to drag it over to the cauldron, he starts to chop it up, and he like smells the meat just to make sure how fresh it is. He's like, smells good, smells good.
And he says,
He looks to Riley.
Riley says, be sure to dig
Leave
the
it all.
buckshot out of its brain.
Don't worry, we leave the brain for dessert. Buckshot and all. We call that pepper. Back where I'm from. He's from Ohio. Yeah, that's why they also call him Ohio Tobias. As he starts to basically prepare it, he like marinates it in his chef sauce. As he then like puts it in the cauldron, he's like, smells like alien.
Smells like what?
Alien.
Alien. Chef is many things. He's a chef. He's a squad leader. He's a future entrepreneur, and he's also a ladies' man. That last part is a trade secret.
Well, he's a late. Well, that's not a secret. Well, technically, it's a. Jesus, I can't speak. Mike would know this based on the time you were trying to hit on those farmers' daughters in Edervik. Lena would not know that because she joined the squad quite a while after that. Um,
Hmm. You'll learn that soon enough. Don't worry.
oh God.
I'm sure.
And that is why I don't play Shio.
Oh Jesus. Um, so, um, is there anything else you guys do in the like during breakfast, or are you going to move out
Is there any way to test the meat of the alien?
to do what with meat?
To test it for a bacteria or what have you.
Yeah, I would say you guys would probably have like well, hold on. Doesn't somebody have the NBC specialty?
I think I have it. Give me a second.
Riley does not have it. I'm looking at his sheet.
I'll tell you right now if I have it or not.
Okay. Does Eldad have it?
I do not have it, unfortunately.
Okay.
No, I don't have it. I have Ranger though. I thought it was NBC, not Ranger. My bad.
Does Anya
Yeah,
have it?
well,
Yes. Oh, Anya has it. Your sniper has it. Um, so she will step up, and she's going to, um, you know, like probably have some sort of little like find some sort of little kit and do like a test. She's not exactly a scientist, but she would have like a little survival kit, and she looks at it and goes like, boil this, and it's just as edible as anything else. Like she's saying, like cook it, and then
it says boil the hell out of anything and it will become holy.
Okay.
So you make holy water in my country. He says you boil the hell out of it. It's an Ohio staple.
Okay, we boil it. 160 degrees.
Fun.
Celsius or Fahrenheit.
Celsius, of course.
Okay.
We're in Europe.
He said, you hear Tobias say, "Don't worry, the chef sauce will eliminate any bacteria."
So, with that, and also keep in mind that you've got. Are you going to feed the refugees or just leave them to like use their own rations? Chef?
The refugees come from.
The
Can you hear me?
refugees, so the squad, all right, so a little bit of context. So the squad went to a separatist prison called the Citadel. Yes, that was intentional. They raided the Citadel, rescued some Marines, and then they went back to an allied bunker called the Crow's Nest. On their way back from the Crow's Nest to Edervik, the separatists were attacking Edervik in retaliation for their raid on the Citadel because they're like, okay, they didn't go south because we have a checkpoint here. So they must have gone through Edervik, and then they started killing civilians to try to draw out the squad, and then the squad fucking attacked, and then it's like, well, the problem is that the separatists are going to send more troops up to Edervik, so we got to get these civilians out of here before they all get executed. So they're currently
Yep.
traveling with you guys, all the people of the town, and you're trying to bring them to this town. Like
Okay,
that's
Zoetstraten.
yeah, Zoetstraten. That's not the main goal of the group, but that's sort of like a side goal that they kind of tacked on.
Yeah. Also, to answer your question, since we have so much food in the IFE, I'm going to give them some food.
Okay.
Uh, Make sure to insinuate the fact that the food is delicious, I made it, and to make sure to give extra to the farmer's daughters. The
Yeah.
last part's a joke, but
Oh, if we have that much food, we can provide that to some of the refugees and then send them on their way.
Yep.
Awesome. We're
So
helping the people that we. No, I won't really say screwed over, but got screwed
it's
over because of our actions.
more like your actions.
what?
Yeah,
Like,
that.
it's your squad who was executed.
Okay, I'll take that. That's a sad truth, man.
I mean,
Because I disobeyed orders, we're in this.
Well, technically, no. They ordered like they were like, okay, you know what? We're going to start shooting them, and then you said no, and then they turned their guns on you as well.
indeed.
Hmm.
It's less your fault and more so your squad being sadistic.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Hopefully we have the captain. Um, yeah, I'm gonna start handing out the food cooked. As I say, eat up, everyone.
Yeah, speaking of that, Captain, so and another reminder, both to you guys and to our newest player, um, you did take a couple of separatist POWs, including the captain who was leading the assault. What do you do with them? Because you did already interrogate them, so I'm wondering, do you leave them in the woods or do you still take them with you?
Well, I'm gonna blindfold them. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna blindfold them. I look to the group and say, all right, you're gonna be blindfolded until we leave. We'll watch you, so you don't like. Basically, I'm gonna blindfold them so they don't know where we go, and then we're just gonna leave them here. One pistol for all three of them,
Okay.
and that is what you're going to be using to survive.
Very honorable, Master Chef.
Don't get eaten by the giant, weird alien creatures.
Oh no, no, the pistol isn't for them. The pistol isn't for the alien creatures. It's for them in case they want to go out easier.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Hey man, it isn't my fault. All right, it's not my fault. You're sadistic. You fight fire with fire in my country. Call Ohio a country.
By the year
I think it become.
2249, Ohio has become its own country.
Oh
I was
hell
about
yeah.
to say, I think that's become canon at this point.
Yeah.
Ohio is just. It's the country of the Midwest, and it's absorbed all the other Midwestern states at this point.
That's why, bro. That's why me and Mike are like distant cousins. We're like, he's like my fifth cousin removed.
Mike is Texan.
Exactly.
It's just really weird.
Might as well be my cousin.
Might as well be my cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm just too far removed to have the accent, you know. But I can still talk like that. You know? Paul Tobias strikes again.
Okay. Um, So is there anything y'all want to do before you leave camp? Or
Well, well, I guess we should pack up and start heading to get to them Yuppie City boys.
hey, that's Mike's line. Um, so you guys all uh, get on the like you start hitting the road. So whoever is going to be driving, I will leave that to Mike. Um, give the like a player something to do instead of leaving it to Gunner. Um, so Marty, if you open Mike's sheet, um, rolling for in with Foundry in this is absolute child's play because all you have to do is going to. Oh, I need to make a test something real quick. Um, in terms of driving modifiers. Um, okay, so you get a +3. So basically, the way this is going to work is you open your character sheet and you see attributes and skills in the stats column.
Yeah.
Okay, so click driving, um, and then it opens a little window with like formula, modifier, etc. Um, in this case, press the plus sign 3 times, or you can just type +3, and then click roll. Oh, nice. Um, so first roll is a
Nice.
success. So no driving mishaps. So you guys go 1, 2, 3, 4. And the travel speed of the vehicle, if I recall correctly, is 10 on road per shift, 8 off road. So you'll have enough moves to get to Zoetstraten by the afternoon. Was the plan still to
Nice.
go like in the same hex as the checkpoint, or were you going to just like loop around off road?
We're gonna loop around the checkpoint
Okay.
off road
So
just
dungeon
to
skip.
avoid it.
Okay. So you go to Zoetstraten. Um,
Zoot. So if you say Zoetstraten, that's better.
oh, Zoetstraten?
Yeah,
Like that. Okay.
that's because that's how the OE is Dutch.
Oh, okay.
Zoetstraten.
So
That's
it's
yeah.
Zoetstraten. Okay. Noted. So you go to Zoetstraten. Um, and I don't have a map for it because this is more like an RP encounter. So Zoetstraten is a tightly packed sort of village. And when I say village, it's not like a little like countryside thing. It's obviously like this is a sci-fi setting, so it's like a prefab colony. Um, it's a tightly packed village of short one-story buildings, blanketed under heavy layers of snow. It's not actively snowing right now, or snowing very heavily, but obviously the snow doesn't just melt. Um, so you notice some people. Well, a question for you guys: do you have the civilians go first in the separatist truck, or are you going to take point in the IFV?
Uh, take point of the IFV.
Okay. Um, so you cruise into the colony, and
There's a mine they hit it first.
pardon?
If there's a mine, they hit it first.
Now I know why this group is the bad bunch. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So in other words, you hit an anti-tank mine. I'm just kidding. Um,
What?
so uh, you're cruising in this village. So there are people in the streets. They start coming
Yeah,
out.
but
Well, some of them start coming out of the buildings, but then when they see you,
excuse me, am I a slave now?
can I continue, Ghost?
Sorry, I was talking to the person who shall not be named.
Okay. Um. So anyway, um. So as you approach, you actually notice that some of the villagers respond sort of fearfully. Like they start stepping out of the buildings to see what the vehicle is, but then they see it's a marine vehicle and they're like, oh shit, and they kind of get back into cover. And then you notice a couple of them step out with civilian firearms, but they're not like aiming it at your vehicle. Like they have guns in their hands, and they're just sort of have like a more guarded stance, and they more or less kind of form a like some not like a firing squad kind of barrier, but like sort of blocking you from going further into the village.
Want me to run them over?
No, let's not run over civilians, Mike.
Oh, this is going as bad as good as it could have.
Let's not run them over just yet, buddy.
Not yet, man.
All right.
Love the enthusiasm, though.
I love to see it. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take it that was very much on point. In
That was bang on for Mike. Because there were points in there was a point in Road to Wusan, my first Twilight 2000 character, where the campaign where Mike at one point said to one of the players like, "Anybody gives you any trouble, I'll just run him over." To a guy who was going to speak to some IDF troops at a roadblock.
Oh my god. Yep. Well, here's a roadblock. Want me to run him over?
Yeah.
But well, I'll wait.
Okay. So I'm just waiting for Ghost to actually show up. I don't know if he's there or
I'm
not.
here.
Oh,
I'm-
okay, but he
I'm
didn't
here.
say anything. So what do you fellas do?
Well, I tell Mike to don't run him over just yet. Well, I then kind of look over to the group and say, "All right, give me cover in case anything happens." As that guy steps up.
Okay, so Ohio Tobias jumps out, and you notice the villagers kind of, some of them take steps back, some of them hold their ground, but none of them like start going for their guns to like mow you down.
I put my hands up just as a show of like showing that I'm not here to cause any harm.
Okay.
What languages do they speak?
Well, hold on. Did you leave your weapons in the vehicle?
No, I still have them, but they're on my back.
Okay, you have your rifle slung. So you see an older bearded man with squinted beady eyes step forward, and he says in German, "Why have you come here? What you want with us now?"
My character responds in German.
Oh, wait, hold
We
on.
are
You speak
here.
German as like a sort of personal language, right?
Yep.
Okay. And also, just so you got, just to remind everybody else, so the way the Interstellar Marines work, kind of like how NATO's standard languages are English and French, the Interstellar Marine Corps speaks English and Spanish, but not everybody speaks German. But there are ways to circumvent that. But in Tobias's case, he doesn't need to because he inherently speaks German. But anyway, continue, Tobias.
So my character, let's say in fluent German, he says, "We're not here to cause any harm. We're here to see if we can find some safe refuge for some civilians who have been displaced by the war."
So some of the colonists, like, they keep their eyes trained on you, but a few of them sort of look behind the predator and see the truck full of civilians. A different person, a rather well-endowed youthful woman with golden hair, speaks up, again in German. She says, "Our displaced brothers and sisters are welcome here. You Marines are not. You must go. Leave us in peace and don't threaten us any further."
We're not here to threaten you. I was actually here to give you food and some other supplies to help circumvent the amount of people you'd be feeding.
The two people who have spoken to you, they look to each other, and all the other colonists are kind of looking around at each other. You hear sort of indiscriminate, like, mumbling, or indiscernible rather, like mumbling between them. And the one of the, like, I guess the old guy says, like, "Well, did you are they wounded? Have them step forward so we can assess their situation." Referring to the colonists.
You see Tobias look over and he says, and he's like basically tells the civilians. I'm guessing they also speak German.
The civilians that you rescued, yes.
He says in German, "Please step out of the vehicles so that you can be examined by the people who will be taking you in."
Yeah. So the colonists from who were in the separatist truck, They all they all get out of the separatist truck, and then they start
Oh my god.
coming over, and then like you see a couple of them even like recognize people from Zoetstraten. Did I get that right?
Zoetstraten.
Sorry, old habits die hard. Zoetstraten.
Yep.
A couple of them
Yep.
actually recognize the people from Ettervik. Um, but like everybody like just in general the welcome, like they welcome the colonists. You see like a doctor to kind of step out to um treat any wounds that the colonists might have suffered from the separatist attack. Um, and um, the um, the the old guy from before tells you that like to basically leave your, like he's saying, it's like leaves leaves our the colonists here, leaves their food and any medical supplies you're going to spare, and then go back to where you came. After what the last group of Marines did, we don't trust anymore.
Excuse me, wait, repeat what you said. What did the last group of Marines do?
He explains that a short while ago, a squad of Interstellar Marines came here on a civilian truck. They drove into town demanding food, water, and other useful supplies from us. When we asked them to pay, they got violent. Some shots were fired, colonists were killed, and the Marines looted as much stuff as they could from local shops and drove north, following a trail that leads deeper into the forest. And he points to like
He
like a trail that leads off into the forest.
he then you see Tobias then say, "Okay, you're telling me that Marines attacked you. All right. Did any of them say names, like squad leader, perhaps? This is just for me to keep in mind if we ever encounter them."
Um, I would say in this case, in the way you're talking to him, I want you to give me a persuasion roll. This is not opposed. This is mainly as a narrative, like, does this guy remember? Because you are talking to an old man. Um,
That is true.
so just give me a flat persuasion,
Do you,
please.
do you mind rolling it for me? I'm cooking.
Okay.
Yep.
Get in character
I'm
as
making
chef, I see.
eggs. Yes, indeed.
Your persuasion's only C. I thought it was B.
I thought it was B too. What the fuck?
I didn't change it. So I'll roll it.
I mean, I might have
Two
to change that back,
successes.
but I might have. Two successes? Okay, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Nice.
So what the guy tells you, he says he didn't get any names, and he said that the Marines, most of them were relatively indistinguishable as individuals. He says that he noticed that there was an approximately even mix of men and women, and the
Mhm.
most notable one, there was an Italian guy with short graying black hair, brown eyes, and a lot of slash mark scars on his head and face, and he seemed to be the leader of the group.
Is that somebody I recognize, like from the description?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna write that description down just to look back to it in case we ever do encounter these people. As I say, apologies for that happening to you. I understand your sentiment and wish to not push wish to not push it. As he then basically tells these civilians to load up, to basically load out. He tells them to grab the food that they might need, and he then like looks back and says, "What medical supplies do you think we can spare?"
Are you asking that to the party?
Yeah, I'm asking that to the party.
Well, I guess, I mean, Lena's the medic, so yeah, as the player, you have more authority than fucking Eldad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do I access the party inventory again?
Oh, did I not give you control of
Okay.
the Predator sheet?
I don't think you did.
Let
Oh,
me see.
yep, here it is.
Yeah, it's under
Yeah.
party vehicles.
Open it. There we go. So, cargo.
Um, you don't have any medical supplies in there. That's interesting.
Yeah, I just saw that. Like,
Let's see, what
that's
does Eldad
interesting.
have? He has, oh Jesus Christ, one personal med kit. He does have a
Well,
doctor's medical kit though. Um, so anybody who needs like
Yeah,
medical attention, you
that's
guys
good.
could potentially give it to them as like a medical aid roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do D6 to
Um.
see how many colonists are injured. Wow. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
6.
how many?
Oh, shite.
6. 6 were injured during the separatist
Jesus.
attack.
I then translate. We can spare food, but we do not have medical supplies to spare. But we will heal, we will heal the wounds of the injured for you, so you
Yeah.
don't have to waste supplies.
I can give up my own personal med kits. They at least have one.
Yeah,
They
if you,
do have like the doctors.
yeah, if
stuff.
you want to use a medical give a first aid kit, and then that saves you the need to do a medical roll. I can do that. Um, like we can do
Yeah,
that.
nice.
Um,
Oh, I could do the medical roll instead. I misunderstood.
well,
Sorry.
no, I'm saying like that's a freebie. Like if you don't want to have to do medical aid to
Ah.
treat that person, that's like an automatic success in this case. Like you're
Oh,
basically
okay.
giving somebody a med kit so they can actually heal the person themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Let's do that. Let me take that out of my
Okay.
ear before I forget.
Sure.
So
I'll say I'll
I
have Eldad
gave that.
do 2 rolls, um, and then you could do the other 3. So yeah,
Cool.
while he does this medical aid. Yep. So Eldad does his job. During this time, Mike, is there anything you would like to do, like speak to these people or anything like that?
Now, Mike is just sitting at the controls of a what do you call it?
IFV?
Idling tank.
Yeah. Okay. Wishing I could run these people over. That's just cool. I just want to give you an option to do something. Um, so let's see. We've got. Okay, I just need another 2 from Lena.
Sure. So use my things.
God, you guys are rolling hot.
You say that now, but then we.
Yeah, the last one I just jinxed it. Let's see.
I was saying
Nope.
Don't jinx
you
us
two
now,
were gonna
buddy.
get jinxed.
No, you guys are fine.
Don't mention it.
Um, so. Alright, so you give medical treatment to the people who need it. Well, five of them are treated directly by you. And the other, like the last person, Lena spares a medical kit, so that way the like one of the local doctors in this colony and Zoetstraten can see I got it right, and Zoetstraten can
Yep.
heal the person themselves. Um, so you notice that these colonists are kind of like relaxing a bit when they see that you have like benevolent kind of intentions. Um, and by this point, the woman before, like the blonde that spoke to you a moment ago, Tobias, she
Mm-hmm.
asks you, would you, like, we appreciate you showing charity to the people of Etivik, but there is one other favor we would ask of you.
What is that?
Um, she says that she goes to the point. I don't know how to phrase it like in dialogue, but she'll basically, in a nutshell, explain like the Marines that, as was said to you, the Marines that attacked them and like looted their colony left. They went north, but they don't know what's to the north, and they don't know if those Marines are going to come back down and start plundering them again. So they're basically, she's going to ask that like, would you please go up there and investigate, see if they're there, and if they are, then deal with them however you see fit.
I say that that is a possibility. Do you know how many they had per se? Like, do you know how many people they had?
Um, she says, let me just check something real quick.
All
God, if
right,
this map will fucking load. She says there were about like 6 or 7 that she noticed.
6 or 7. I look over back at the party. I say, I say in English so that they can understand me. I say, okay, so what these people are telling me is that Marines attacked this place, and they're asking if we could investigate and possibly deal with it. I would be down for it, but I don't know what you guys would think of doing. The reason why I am down for it is not only do we gain the.
Don't leave us hanging.
Give me a second, sorry, hold on. I have to make more food now. I better. But
So
Oh, Marty?
but what's it called? Sorry. I was gonna say the reason why I think we should help them is not only would we gain their trust and possibly gain some some place to seek refuge, as gratitude, but also would be clearing the name of the Marines in case others want to come here, but seeking refuge who might not have as ill intentions, and also dealing with someone like this would definitely be helpful because not only could they be ending up betraying the IMC and possibly like giving off information that they still have like radio contact to, but they could also be working with the separatists. So, he then basically points out the fact that we already had two separatists, the like deserters, who says that the IMC can't do the same.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should go after them. Beyond clearing the name, just to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
I'm in, and just point me where, and I'll ride them over.
That's gonna be great.
Glad you will. Glad you will.
Um, and you hear the rest of the like the PCs and NPC Marines, because it's just a reminder there are a total of that's my browser. You've got hold on, one, two,
But are these armed Marines?
yes, well, yeah, the ones you're going after or the ones in your vehicle.
Yeah.
The ones you're going after, yes,
No, the
those are the
ones that
same
we're going
faction as
after.
you. Um,
Well, show the city boys how this is going to work.
yeah, and you've got another fucking I think I can't remember who all was in the fucking predator or yeah, like from the last encounter. I just need to check right quick. Where the hell is it? Town. Okay. View scene. And I'm just going to drag their tokens on the map so I don't forget. I think it was Alejandro and Jace who were there, and then it was Keating, Daughter, and what's his face who were um and Sev who were um going with Sarge and all that stuff. Okay, so and I just dragged their tokens on the map so I wouldn't forget. But anyway, so you would know that they were somewhere like up here. That's where the trail leads. Now, here's the catch. Um, the As you might recall, due to your arrangement with um, Captain Taylor, the lone gunfighter, and this is sort of a recap for Emily and for Marty. The arrangement you have to work with her to destroy the Atlas grid, like the Atlas weapon system. Uh, she's temporarily supplying you with enough fuel to be able to complete your objectives between resupply. However, if you go off road, you're going to start tracking fuel. Um, because that kind of breaks the limitless section of it. Ghost, you're
Okay.
muted. SMH. But so yeah, I just want you guys to know that is going to be a thing if you do pursue this lead.
How much fuel do we have exactly?
You currently have a fuel tank plus whatever you have in jerry cans. Um, you've got 420 fuel capacity, consumption of 14 per hex, doubled when off road, and then do you have any gas in jerry cans? It does not look like it.
All right. Well, I say so. How far up road is it? Do we know
It's
that?
at least up here. Like the road leads into this hex right here.
Okay, I will look at it in a second. Let me see. All right, I will look at it right now. Where's it lead?
Right there. I just banged it.
Okay,
Okay,
we're
so one hex into there, but could be further. I mean, I think we can do it. I mean,
Okay. So you're
Yeah,
gonna,
I think we
because
can do it.
fuel is deducted per hex, you're going to subtract 14 fuel from 420. So let's see. 420 minus 14 is 406. So you have 406 out of 420.
Got it. And remember, if nobody agrees with this, I'm not gonna tell you to silence yourself. This is not being a dictator after all.
Well, so far it sounds like you have like the other. I mean, I'm not going to speak for them, but it sounds like everybody else is agreeing with you. So
Okay.
I mean, they're obviously within their rights to speak to the contrary, but um, if there are no objections, then that is what.
I was just gonna say that I don't object to the
Okay.
plan. Sorry, that's all I was saying.
What about you, Marty?
Anyone that gives the IMC a bad name needs to be dealt with. How about that?
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
So, okay. Um, so you are going to. I'm going to need a driving roll from Mike. This time it's just going to be a flat driving roll because not like you have a trail to follow, but it's not necessarily like a paved road, so it's just going to be a flat driving roll rolled the same way you did before.
So with a +3 modifier. Or
No,
what?
no +3. It's just going to be like the base skill. Okay. Do you want to push that? Which basically you re-roll. Okay. Okay. So the vehicle takes 1 point of damage, but you do avoid a driving mishap. So let's see. What is the Predator's damage? Hold on. I can't remember. Did you guys fix some of its damage last time?
I believe we did.
Okay, so I don't remember how much though. So I would say it would probably be 4, but the
I think it was
reliability.
heal. I think it was fixed to full.
Oh, full? Okay,
Sorry.
so then it'll be 4 out of
Mhm.
5 because it just took some damage. Maybe Mike, as he's like driving so like tenaciously, like bumps into something really badly, puts a big dent in the hull of the Predator.
I say, whoa there, partner. Let's not break down. Let's not break down now.
Sorry, I didn't see that one.
I say no worries. I know how excited you can be.
You look outside, and it's just like part of a tree is just broken off that he's driven past.
It took a chunk out of a tree. That's perfect. So anyway, as you're driving through the woods, um, I need whoever is driving, gunning, and/or in the commander's seat to give me a recon roll, which would be at a -2 because unless you are turned out. And for anybody who doesn't know the term turned out, it basically means like you're open, like you're driving, but the hatch is open.
Okay.
It's an optional thing if you want to have the hatch open, or if you want to do the recon roll, like you're not going to be penalized for it, but it might be to your advantage.
Okay. Who's in the commander seat?
Probably Tobias.
That would be me, yeah, but I can't get you make the roll at this very moment.
Okay. Do you want me to do it for you?
Yes, please.
Are you going to be turned out, or are you going to be in?
I will say, you know, not my best judgment, but you know what? Since this is a tree line, and at least somebody needs to be able to see something, so yes, he will turn out.
Okay. So it's just going to be a flat recon. Okay.
Gotcha.
2 successes for Chef. Um, Mike, if you want to roll recon, you can. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Nice.
Holy shit! Good job, man.
Yeah, like he maxed
Nice
out
one.
on both your dice. That's awesome. And also just so you know,
Nice one.
Marty, it's just like Alien, where like a 6 is a success, on a dice.
Oh, and a 6 and only a 6.
Well, no. Like you have to have a minimum of a 6 to succeed, which is why having larger dice is
Oh,
better
okay.
because also, if you get a 10 or like a 10 or higher, then you actually that counts as 2 successes. So you have a total of 3. Um,
Okay.
but anyway, so um, Mike and Chef, um, you would hear gunfire in the distance, and it's a mix of old school sounding civilian guns and Interstellar Marine Corps guns. Um,
I would go ahead. Sorry.
well, I mean, I guess you go first.
Oh well, I was gonna say that I tell Mike if he doesn't know already, since I wouldn't know if he heard it. I would tell him that there's gunfire. Head to that direction. Would I know the exact direction? Like,
Yeah, it's coming up
say,
the
like
road.
if gotcha. I tell him to gun up the road, and I get down into the hatch so I don't get shot at.
Okay. Whoever is anybody manning the radio, which would be like Lena,
Uh, yeah,
if you
sure.
want to.
I can man the radio.
Uh, so
Yeah,
that would be a tech
I'm not
roll.
the best at it. Ooh, actually, I haven't seen them yet, so it doesn't matter. But I have an intelligence skill that I
Okay,
can
so you can just roll that.
roll recon. Oh, cool. I
Well,
will.
it's tech, not
So I'm
recon.
yeah. My it's fun.
All right, you succeed. Um, you would
Fun.
actually you patch into radio traffic, which is actually on an IMC frequency. You hear gunfire, and I'll just play the sound effects. You know, of like this gunfire, and you know, like maybe a light machine gun. Like so, like there's all this gunfire over comms. You hear battle chatter. You hear one guy saying in English, "Socorro! Target's behind the boulders at 10 o'clock." Another voice, a Spanish accent of woman, says, "Murray, cover me. I need to reload," which is also in English. Uh, there are overlapping conversations that you're able to overhear, but it's mainly along the lines of those two examples.
Interesting.
So let me.
I will.
Sorry.
I'll communicate this squad unless I've just been like, you know, where they can all hear it.
Okay.
It's like, we got a firefight in our hands, people.
So, in the meantime, Chef, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Shit. Okay. I
Alright.
thought it was meeting. I was about to say.
So, yeah, we'll switch us over to our next map. Once that loads.
Give me a second.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to load this fucking map. I mean, it's not that big of a map, at least in terms of like grid dimensions, and it does have a snow effect, which I might turn off, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So turn it off.
There
Yep.
we go.
No snow. All right. Jesus Christ, why does it take so long to load? I even right clicked and did preload. Like, what the fuck? Is it still loading for you guys?
Yeah, it's like 98%.
Okay, 98. All right. It's like the olden days of Battlefield 2. It load like geometry at 62%.
I'm gonna get some tea, guys.
Okay. What the fuck is that crunching noise from my printer? It always terrifies me whenever I hear that kind of thing.
I'm back.
Oh, god damn it. I think my fucking print fucked up. Yep. Son of a bitch, I was printing for like a day. Ah. God damn it. Shit, and the rest of it was so fucking good. And I also see the map still hasn't fucking loaded. You guys might consider refreshing if you want.
Okay. Let me Reloading.
I guess I know what that crunching was. The fucking thing, like, shifted. It sucks. Are you guys still loading in a foundry?
Yeah, it's like at 98% to load the map.
Shit. What the hell's the resolution of this fucking thing? Okay, I see Marty finally loaded, which is good. I'll just give it some time. Alright, and then...
That's loaded for me.
Yep, Ghost is loaded, and we're just waiting on Emily.
Good thing I damn hit refresh.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Let me. I'll try to refresh it again. Apparently, my
No,
internet.
no,
This
no, hold it, you
is
loaded,
so
you loaded.
loud.
Don't.
Oh no!
So,
Uh,
are you still loaded in?
yes, there we
Yeah,
go.
good.
Oof.
Okay, well, and then, yeah. Well, I guess while
I
you're
can't,
loading
I
back
can't
in...
click on anything though.
Oh, hold on. Configure lighting. No, hold on. The whole scene is the tokens are down here.
Yeah, but
So
I can click on them.
you can't select them?
Nope.
Weird. So you should have, I mean, like, you should have ownership over Mike. I paused and unpaused. Um, hmm. That's very weird. Um, are we good to continue? I guess.
Yeah, I should be able to continue.
Okay.
You can. I just can't click on anything.
Okay. Try like in the actors directory, see if you can click and drag Mike's token onto the map.
Already did.
Oh, you
I'm not.
oh, it didn't work. Okay. Yeah, refreshing might do it. I don't know. Token. Weird. Okay. Well, I mean,
There
I
we
guess
go.
for the time being, I can just narrate it. Like I just wanted you guys to be able to see the map. So by the time you reach the source of the gunshots, they've mostly died down. The trail you've been following leads to an abandoned woodland lodge of some kind, with the lodge in question resting atop a cliff. I will move all the tokens there, and then give it a sec while Marty loads back in. I'll also say as you drive up, you see two things. Number one, you see several dead harbingers of ice, the local cultists, and the second thing, you see a truck.
Go away.
There we go.
Oh, cool.
And then also, you actually see individuals on rooftops and in like in door frames, and I will reveal them now. Dun dun dun. Oh man.
Fun.
Yeah. Well, did you see who I pinged?
Yeah.
Ah, comes to rear his ugly head again. Jesus Christ. He's like a bad penny. He keeps turning up.
Yep. Apparently his punishment from Days End was being set like Mike Reynolds being sent in a time machine. You're gonna be our test subject. You commit war crimes in the future and see how people react to them. But anyway, um, I kid. So you see all these like you see a bunch of Marines on these rooftops. Some of them have rocket launchers. One of them, guess who, has a sniper rifle. Another one has a machine gun. And then over here you see uh, three people walking down this step. Um, and they go over here. Um, do you guys stop where the tokens are, or do you pull up closer, or get out where you are? What do you do?
I'm gonna tell them to stop here, but be ready in case if anything happens, as I'm going to step up.
Like you're gonna disembark?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out. I'm telling the rest to like be ready in case anything happens and to cover me. I'm gonna step out and kind of walk halfway.
Okay. So you're in that hex.
Yep.
So this guy steps out, and then these two are there. I'll move these corpses out of the way. So this guy in the center uh, matches the description of the guy that the old man told you about. Like you see, is an Italian dude with a bunch of scars on his face. Um, and he says to you, Italian accent, not found, but he explains like, oh, I wasn't expecting to see other Marines out here. What brings you our way? And also, you would see on this guy's armor, like, or on his shoulder, whatever, he would have like a rank plaque identifying him as the first lieutenant. So he does outrank you.
I say, well, we've been traveling around here. I say, sir, I've been traveling around. We've been actually looking for anyone like any Marines out here who are still around that help with our cause.
And he chuckles a bit and he says, like, son, haven't you noticed? Our cause is all for naught. We're stranded here. The enemy outnumbers us. All you can hope to do is follow in our example, find somewhere to hunker down, wait for reinforcements to arrive, and the one we might have a chance of surviving this.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of hunkering down, have you found anywhere to actually do so other than this place?
He says, like, no, this is our turf now. It was abandoned when we came here.
About these corpses, my character says, pointing around.
Well, he mentions like while we arrived here a few days ago, and at one point I guess we were followed by the local fucking cultists, and they engaged us, and we managed to kill them all off just about the same time you arrived.
Got it. Uh, Character then says, "Do you know about any? Have you guys encountered any colonists recently?"
And he looks to the guy to his right, and then the woman to his left. Um, and he shakes his head and he says, "No, we haven't seen any colonists. We circumvented." Uh, and he's like snapping his finger, trying to remember the name. He's like, "Well, there was a colony south of here, but we circumvented it because uh, we were under the impression that there might be separatists occupying it. So we went through the woods and tried to go around, but then we found this place and thought, well, might be a safe place to hunker down."
Mm-hmm. I'll say, all right. I guess I'll see you on your way then. my character says, stepping back inside over to the IFE. I'm now going to whisper to my group as I say, "This guy's full of shit." That's what I say.
Great.
I believe a word he says. Yeah, I'm whispering this, but I say, I believe a word he says. Uh, honestly, and
But anyway, continue. Chef?
Oh, we lost. Oh no, we lost our squad leader.
Oh no.
Oh, he's back.
About fucking time. So what does he say?
what did I say?
Yeah.
I said that I was whispering to my group after coming back. I said, I don't believe a word they say, and I think that that guy's full of shit. I also say I might have a plan to catch them off guard, but due to the fact that they have a sniper and some rockets, we might have to do this. We have to do this without sacrificing the IFP. So thankfully, we technically outnumber them.
Yeah, because you do have a total of, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people. I know there are only 7 tokens, but you do have 10 people total.
I say, why don't we wait until nightfall and we essentially surround this cabin?
So I'm going to just drag these other 2 tokens on the map just so you guys know.
Good idea, especially if they've got a machine gun and anti-tank weapon.
Yes. I say to them, I say, I can possibly take out the machine gun to avoid having to deal with that, but they might try to hit us with rocket. They might have to try to hit us with anti-tank fire, so we might have to stay moving. Push the IOV away so it isn't, on any blast or taken out as our getaway. The idea here is that we harass them, get them into the woods, and then we ambush them in the tree line.
Um,
I say, I look over to Riley and I ask him, "Can you set up traps in the trees?"
And Riley says, like, I mean, I don't know if they they got knife vision, they possibly have thermals, they might spot me.
Yes, but I'm saying like we go set up that trap now. We wait until nightfall. We harass them, get them to follow us in the tree line, and then we spring
Eh,
the trap. As I also say, if they have night vision or thermals, there's a way to circumvent that.
I'm going to say this, as you are, is anybody outside, or are you all in the vehicle?
Well, I would imagine that I'd be on top of the IFE, but I'd be kind of outside.
So you are observant, and also, can you do noise suppression, because Lottie McShouty is just, like,
I'm muting every so often, so.
I can tell. But, uh, because I was going to say, in this case, if you are the only one outside, I want you to, make me a recon roll,
Got it.
passive.
I don't want
Uh,
to push that because that is
no,
horrible.
you can't. It's a passive recon roll. Passive means you cannot
Oh,
push.
did not know that.
Well, you do. But yeah, I was gonna say, as you are, so you are too busy focusing on, talking to your troops, and you are turned out, but your back is turned. Um, I'm going to make a roll to decide something.
oh dear.
Um, Yeah, the gonna do a secret roll for something. Okay. Tobias, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you feel like you just got hit by a truck in the back of the head, and you
My
hear a
head?
gunshot ring out.
My head?
Your head, and it's a good thing you've got a helmet.
That makes sense.
Oh, jeez.
Because you just got sniped in the back of the head, and if you didn't have a helmet, you'd be dead.
Luckily, I'm wearing my safety
Okay,
helmet.
hold on. Just so you know, it's recorded, so we're currently filming a session, so please don't just do that. Please, okay, thanks.
Sorry.
But yeah, you do have a helmet. And but yeah, you guys hear a gunshot. Hold on, where's my sniper sound effect? Yeah, you'd hear like echo out throughout the forest. Tobias gets fucking shot in the back of the head. I need you to do a coolness under fire.
Sure thing.
And you would also take, I believe that's 2 points of damage, but no crit. Okay, so you get shot. You
Oh, I
scream like,
forgot to add my unit morale. Sorry.
oh, okay. Then
Yeah,
roll
give me a
unit
second.
morale.
I'll just roll that. Why is it rolling? Oh, there you
So
go.
I'm counting the D10, but not the well, the second D10 because you didn't roll your unit. So yeah, you scream like a little girl after you get shot in the back of the head. You drop like a rock into the predator, like
Wait, which one are you counting? The 1 or the 6?
I'm the one because you didn't roll your unit morale, but you failed on the first
Yeah.
one. So I'm counting the first D10 as the unit morale or the cuff, and then the second one is the
Oh,
D10.
I thought the cuff was the 4 because I
The
was
cuff
just
was the
rolling the
4.
unit
That's what
morale.
I'm counting. But you didn't roll
Yeah,
your
and then
unit morale, so that's what the D10, like the 1 is. So that's what I'm counting.
I
And
thought that's the 6, not the 1, because the unit morale is the first one.
I could have sworn it's the second. Let me see.
Yeah, because all I did was to put for unit morale, and I don't know why I decided to.
Well, the problem is if you roll unit morale, that's the second D10, and that one will always roll your coolness under fire as well. It's not possible to just roll unit morale. But either way, yeah, you get shot, you scream like a little girl, you drop like a rock, suppressed. We are now going to roll initiative, and hold on, let me just see, select. I'm going to roll the uh, NPCs, or like Romeo and Jace as their own thing. I'm going to roll you guys, the players, as that. I'm going to
The
roll.
thing is
How
that if I
quickly can
fall,
I've got a question.
Sure.
I've got a question. How quick can I drive forward with the predator and run these 3 over?
Asking the important questions. Okay, so the the thing is that this was sort of like.
I'm just
Sorry, go ahead.
Here's the situation.
Um, the way this works is he basically jumped you. So now this is going to be a standard initiative because it wasn't really an ambush. It was just to see how if Tobias's spidey senses were tingling, which they were not. Um, so I'm gonna roll
Okay.
all. Okay. So the way, and just so you know, Marty, the way this works with initiative is it's kind of like Star Wars, where you can, just because the initiative under like the combat encounters thing has a specific list, you can always switch with allies
Yeah.
like on your team. So if you
Right.
want, you could. Anya is the group's sniper. You could switch with Anya and try to run one of these people over.
One? Oh, yeah, because they're in different hexes.
Yes.
um, Okay.
So do you? So does,
Is it okay if I do that, guys?
well,
Well,
yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So Mike will
I'll
switch
be right
with
back.
Anya. So Anya would go before Riley, and Mike would go first. Um, so, okay, let's see. Yeah, I saw the all BRB. And I didn't mean to have all those on private. Okay, well, you're pretty far down the initiative anyway, Tobias. Actually, no, you're not. Scratch that. So Mike goes first. So what the way driving, running people over in this works. So your vehicle has what's called combat speed, which basically is um like depending on like how many hexes you can move with one move action. In this case, this is I consider this a road, no, like off road. So you have a combat speed of 5. So that means you could absolutely hit any of these 3 characters with one move action. Like you could get into the same hex with them, and then you could do a driving roll to try to run them over.
okay.
So,
Do that.
so this guy was the lieutenant that Tobias spoke to.
That's the one I'm right. That's the one I'm aiming for.
Okay.
Demoralize and cut the head off the snake.
Yep. So, you don't have to do a roll to get in the same hex as them. You do, however, have to use. So the way this works, so you know how Star Wars has maneuvers and actions.
Yes.
This has, it's kind of like Alien, what we played before, where it's you have either a fast action and a slow action, or 2 fast actions.
I'm listening.
In this case, driving the vehicle over there is 1 fast action. Trying to run somebody over is another fast action. So that would be your turn, but you do a driving roll to see if you hit them.
Okay.
There are no modifiers, but he has to do his mobility to try to dodge.
Go.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, hold on. He doesn't. Well, actually, hold on. I think he would just reduce the damage. If I remember correctly, I don't remember how it works. I wish Tom was here.
Of a tank driving over him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would reduce the damage.
Yeah, he just reduces the damage because Mike still hit him. So the crit threshold is 2. You hit him. I'll roll the d6. You hit him in his arms. And let's see. The crit threshold is 2. The rear armor value of the tank is 4. So you do exactly enough damage to crit him. So let's. In this case, I'm going to roll his crit.
As you should.
So critical injuries, arms. Please be something funny. You broke his arm. 2-handed weapons cannot be used. So Mike
Yay.
goes blasting forward in this hover tank. The lieutenant turns around, screams, and like gets his arm fucking whacked and like broken by the fucking vehicle. And that is he takes 2 damage. So yeah, he takes a pretty bad hit. I can't remember. Does he have to do coolness under fire if he gets ran over?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm used to them being insta killed.
I mean, yeah. He's definitely out of the fight, though, thankfully.
No, he's not.
And
Well, actually, kind of
I
is.
would also like to. I
He
would also
kind of
like to
is. He
point
can't
out.
use standard weapons.
Hold on, let Marty speak.
I would also like to point out he's immobilized because his arm is now under the tracks of my tank.
Isn't that the truth, man? Just Jesus.
Yeah, well,
I'm getting
he's.
flashbacks to Alan doing this.
I'll say he's
Oof.
down on the ground for that.
Yeah. So he's got a crit. He's immobilized and he's prone.
Yeah, yeah, because he can't.
This guy is not having a good
Yeah,
day.
and he can't use his gun. So his gun goes like when you break his arm, his gun goes flying out of his hands. So.
Nice.
Oh jeez, hold on, I got a second to. Okay, so Mike is going. That's Mike's turn. Simmons, our dear friend Simmons, is going to. Can NPCs switch turns? Do you guys remember off the top of your head? Or is it just players?
Yes, they can. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Simmons is going to swap with who's closest. He'll swap with one of the two Rocketeers.
Oh dear.
Shit, I forgot which initiative Simmons was at. Okay, so one of the two women with rocket launchers is going to take aim at the Predator. Let's see, what is the range of her launcher? She has range of. Oh, that can't be real. Why is that only 5? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now our medium range 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so she will have. She's gonna aim and fire. Heavy weapons. Fuck, where are the modifiers? Because when there are heavy. Oh, there it is. Medium range and then moving target. So she's actually at a -2. She will still fire it. -2. All right, she hits.
Oh no.
So that is. Oh god. What is that? Damage 8. I'm assuming that would be a side hit from her direction, right? Because if Mike is facing this way, I'll maneuver this around. So Mike is facing this way, and she's firing kind of at the. Actually, no, that'd be side. I'll say. So your side armor is 4 minus. It's got armors -1, so that's actually 3. So you've got I think 6 damage going through. So let's roll the table. Oh god, this should be fun.
Oh.
Where the hell's the table? There it is. Penetration.
No, it's your fault.
Okay, the commander gets hit. Tobias is going to because it crits at what does it crit at? Where's that rocket launcher? Crits at 2. Armor's -1. So I'm gonna roll your first hit location. D6. So it hits you in the torso. And I'm going to private GM roll. Crits to torso. No, I'm skipping that. Okay, that is more dramatic, but still better. Ghost, you there? SMH. He's still.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. So
What's the
that's not
first one?
fatal, but it's pretty brutal.
What is it?
Torn intestines.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
The blast like rips your
Jesus
gut
Christ.
out.
Oh.
How much damage is this?
So the crit was a 2. And it you would take there's 6 damage going through. And basically you would take all of it until you're broken, and that was your crit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to have a medic heal you.
How much damage? So that how much damage am I taking?
How much health do you have?
I have 4.
Okay, is that your total capacity or how much you have right now?
How much I have right now? My
Okay,
total
so
capacity is 6.
okay, so then in that case, well, actually, yeah, if you rested, you would have 5 rested in the previous shift.
But I also took 2 damage just now.
Oh, no, I'm saying that you didn't
Yeah.
take 2 damage. You took a crit. Like the crit rating is 2.
I'm talking about when I got shot in the head.
Oh, and when you got shot in the head. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
So yeah, in that case, so you would take 4 damage, so you are broken, until somebody gets you back up on your feet. Um, but the silver lining is that's less damage going through the vehicle. Um, so let's see. Um, and then the last 2 damage. Hold on, where's the vehicle crit table? Penetration. So the commander, you took most of it. The next is the gunner, who I'm assuming would be Matthias.
Yeah.
Matthias takes the last 2 damage, which is a crit for him as well.
Wait, wouldn't that be circumvented by the armor though?
By what armor?
We all wear armor.
But it's armor -1.
That's whack.
So,
Oh, that is extra whack because Matthias isn't even here.
yeah, I'm not going to be the ass wipe who targeted my character when he was. So, in this case, what I'll do is I'll skip gunner and go to passenger. And I will say one of the passengers is one of the NPCs. So I guess I'll say Jace takes 2. He should actually be up to full health. But yeah, he takes 2 damage and he's critted. So I'm going to roll his crit. Where's the roll crit button? I don't know. Whatever. Uh, critical injury. Well, actually, I gotta roll his hit location. 4. So he gets hit in the torso as well. I gotta roll his crit. Bleeding gut. So,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. But the good news is that, well, actually, no, hold on. The rocket, now we do the blast. Where is the blast? Oh, right. Duh. Sorry, I was kind of zoning out for a sec. Blast is C, so that's 2d8. Slash RD8, 2d8. Okay, so, no blast. But that is, the first, Rocketeer's turn. Next is going to be Matthias, and as the commander, who would you have had him target if combo was to break out?
I would have had him target one of the Rocketeers.
Okay, so he's going to fire at the one who didn't shoot, because there's no point in firing at the one who's already fired. Matthias is going to basically let her have it with the autocannon. And autocannon, melt him down. Matthias. Why is Matthias the commander? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And Mike is the gunner? Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what were you guys doing? So
Don't tell me.
bias. Okay, so hold on, where is Matthias? There he is. So vehicle gunner. So that cancels out the fact that you guys are moving. So he's just gonna go full auto with AP rounds. Actually, no, he's gonna do HE. Try to suppress.
Yes, please.
Do you want him to push that? It's going to damage the autocannon, but
What did he get?
he
I
got a
can't even
splat, no ammo successes, and a 2 on the other D12.
push that. I
Okay.
don't care if it hurts. I'm dying currently.
Okay, so the autocannon jams, but he got 2 successes.
My head.
In the head, yeah. The crit rating is what is it on that fucking autocannon?
You see. Crit rating. Where's the autocannon? Is it the
It's
30
a
millimeter cannon?
30 Mike.
Okay, it is. The crit rating is 3 and it
Okay.
does 5 damage.
Okay, 5 damage. So he did 6 damage to the head. Um, And that in total would be
+2 armor. That's kind of weird.
yeah. For rating 3, so +2 armor, but
It's a bit weird. It's hitting a fleshy target.
I'll just roll a crit. Just the same.
Let's kill this bitch. I imagine that 6 damage to the head is not very healthy.
Excuse me, I had a hiccup at the worst time.
So yeah, she got hit a cracked skull from a hit with an autocannon. So she's got to roll her CUF at a -2.
Since it's high explosive, does it do blast?
Yes,
No,
it
I
does
don't know.
blast, but I want to resolve cup for. Oh, yeah, she fails. Getting a cracked skull kind of does that, but this other guy. Well, actually, there are 2 people in the in proximity, so let's see what the blast is. Blast rating is C on that autocannon. No, it's D. Okay.
It is their power rank for a vehicle weapon.
Nope, but it still works.
Does
So,
underwhelming though.
yeah, it's very underwhelming. And also what I'll do to make things more interesting, just so you guys know, is for the other NPCs, I'll probably wind up giving each of you one of them to play, like, because we got Eldad, Alejandro, and Jace.
Yeah.
I'll give each player one of those to play.
Yeah, I'm
But
also kind of like
disemboweled,
sprawled out on the floor with my guts out.
like Bishop and Aliens.
Yeah.
So let's see. So Murray is going to succeed, and Simmons is also going to succeed.
Of course he succeeds.
Of course, he's seen much worse.
He's seen and done much worse.
He has no consciousness.
Tobias, now I will offer you this. Do you want to swap your turns with somebody who can put Humpty Tobias back together again?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll say, for
Yeah,
the sake of a PC, we'll
please.
have Lena.
Yes, please,
Awesome.
Lena.
Okay, and then Tobias would go before Carp. So
Uh,
Lena, Tobias is currently disemboweled, but still alive. You're gonna have to do like dog soldiers and push his guts back in. No pressure.
Yep.
The good news is it's not like Alien where they're like, crits that add negative modifiers. So basically, you could use your, like, just do flat medical aid, I think, to
Pretty sure you
stabilize
should
him.
have Dr. Medical's kit. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have the doctor's kit, and I do have a surgical kit.
Good. So that's
So that's
+3.
even better.
Let me see damage, or wait, critical injuries. So, where the hell is? Oh, nice. So, you stabilized him, and that is going to take a shift, or not a shift, a stretch, to stabilize him. And let's see. Actually, hold on.
But I
Wait, if the
just have my
roll
hands, like,
succeeds,
pushing.
the time limit of your crit is oh, never mind. So you stabilized it, and hold on. And I think it's actually a fast action for what I'm seeing. So you could potentially roll another action to try to get him back on his feet with like first aid.
Definitely, I'm definitely gonna try and do that because the image I just have in my head is that you get shot, he comes down, then boom, rocked by the other blow. And suddenly I'm doing this roll, just literally pushing his guts back in, just like, yep, just this is just fine, and just
But
ignore that I'm like, you know, I have my hands inside your body cavity, but
Varus is just gonna say I didn't think I'd be spilling my guts out to you this early. As he kind of like spit, he's kind of just like bleeding a bit. He's like, yep. Just confident shit,
So,
like not trying to
okay.
pretend like the pain isn't getting to
Yeah.
him.
Selena, I need you to do
neither,
another medical aid, please.
yeah,
Okay.
neither did I,
Oh,
chief.
so he gets 3 HP back.
Yay! Yay!
So Ohio Tobias
I'm
is back
happy.
on his feet. Um,
Good job.
and let's see.
And the enemy is gonna regret they did that because remember he also has a rocket.
Oh, are you gonna
Yeah.
fire it at a person like you did before?
I'm not gonna fire it at a person. I'm gonna fire it at Simmons. He's not a fucking person.
Wait,
That guy.
what?
Simmons ain't no fucking person. You shoot me in the back of the head like that, you unhonorable piece of shit.
So, that's Lannister. The lieutenant is going. So he just got rammed by Mike. Um, he uses one fast action to stand up, and he's going to use
All his arms crushed up.
yeah, he's going to like he's holding his arm with his other hand, and he's going to like stand up fast action and limp 1, 2. He's just trying to get away. Um, he's going to roll his mobility to see if he gets further. Nope, but he doesn't splat, so he's basically there.
You stay your ass right there.
So what I'll do is I will give so of these three NPCs, I will give Eldad to Marty, um, Jace to Lena, and Romeo to Tobias.
Beans.
So
Nice.
I'm just gonna make just give me a second. I gotta write a note. God damn it! Open a new fucking thing. All right. Uh, Jace, Ellie, and Romeo. But yeah, you basically just tell me what you want them to do on your turn, and then I will make the roll. So I don't have to go through the effort of getting character sheets and all that. Okay, so Eldad. So Marty, it's basically your second turn. What would you like to do?
Um,
Make a suggestion.
yeah.
Put the fucking lieutenant down. Got a runner.
What's that?
Gun the lieutenant down. We have a runner.
I agree with that. So there's nobody else with like a big weapon, like another rocket launcher, right?
There is this character up here who has a rocket launcher. This woman also had one, but A, it's out like she would need to reload it, and B, she's suppressed.
I thought he attacked. I thought what's it called? He attacked the one who already didn't shoot yet.
No, if you're talking about Matthias, it was his turn after she had already fired.
I thought he was going after the one who didn't fire.
Yeah,
No, the problem is that
that's what you said.
oh, you're right. Okay, so then scratch what I said about Katola. I'm going to just apply that to Socorro. That was a
Nice.
stupid move on my part. So, but yeah, so
No worries.
Katola is not suppressed. Socorro, on the other hand, is. Um, so, but Eldad, so is it a fast or slow action to switch to the commander's seat?
I have no idea, but technically, aren't I in the commander's seat? Just like, I don't know how to work.
I don't know.
I would argue part of you was.
Part of me is. And
Part
I'm
of you
kind of
makes you
crouched in
sound like
front of it.
Maul.
Yeah, I'm not severed in half. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. So in that case,
Okay,
what you could,
fire up commander.
well, what you would have to do is, the problem is to use the commander. You have two options. You can get out and then be prepared to shoot him on your next turn, because basically, so getting out of a vehicle is a slow action, and then moving is a fast action. Or what you could do. That's the reason I was asking about. And I'll share.
Why would I? Why would I want to move twice? I want to get out of the tank and then shoot.
But the problem is that getting out of the tank is a slow action, and shooting is a slow action. You only get one slow action.
Oh, okay, got it.
So what you could do, hold on.
Just move me out of the way.
Slow action. I don't see where the hell it's saying to use switch seats. I'll just say switching a seat is a fast action for the time being, because I don't remember my previous ruling of it. So you can switch to a fast action. You can use the heavy machine gun on the top of the tank with the shoot with the heavy weapons skill. But that would be
Okay.
at a -2 modifier, and I'll roll that for you because, like I said, I wasn't able to give you all control of your tokens. So just let me handle that real quick, please. So Eldad, commander. I'll set him to commander, and then he can roll the machine gun. Eldad. How many so rate of fire, when you're using a ranged weapon, like you can choose how many ammo dice you use, and those are D6. And basically, the more ammo like you use, the more chances you have of getting like a success on those that'll let you do things like shoot more than once and that sort of thing. So this gun can go up to rate of fire 4. Would you like to do that, or would you like to fire like a shorter burst?
I'd like to use the option that gives the most accuracy.
Okay. So I'll just say rate of fire 4 gives you a better chance to hit. So you don't hit him, but you do suppress, like you have a chance to suppress him. Because you got a success on your thing, so that could
Can I
suppress.
push?
You can, but I would not suggest it.
Oh, okay.
Well, the reason is because you only have a D6, and you already have 2 failures on your ammo dice, and basically, if you push, that's going to jam the weapon.
Oh, okay.
But you still sort of succeeded because you see that like bullet symbol
No.
Under the ammo.
Oh, yeah.
What
Yes.
that means is that you didn't hit him directly, but or at least in this case you didn't hit him directly. But what you can do, you can use that to suppress him and basically fire like a barrage of bullets near and make him do a coolness under fire and see if he uh drops to the ground and like panics. So let's see.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he doesn't. That is Eldad. This woman here is going to fall back 1-2. Is carrying somebody or like assisting somebody a, let me see what that would be. Slow actions or actions is carrying. I don't see what the hell that is.
Pretty sure that'd be a slow action because you're physically having to use your strength to carry an individual.
Well, she's trying to help him, like basically give him some extra maneuvers, but I don't know if that's like legit.
Yeah, I mean, if it isn't, I think that'd be a slow action.
Yeah, I'll say it's a slow action, and then she can do a mobility to try to help, like carry him an extra hex or 2.
Possibly.
Nope. So
Dang.
she's at least supporting him, trying to help him, kind of like helping somebody upstairs. But that's her turn. Okay, Chef. You have been stabilized and you're back on your feet. Your guts are in agony, but you can still run. You can still shoot. What would you like to do?
Well, time to make those sons of bitches pay. I'm gonna use my rocket to aim at square at Simmons, hopefully getting everybody in this vicinity.
Now, I will tell you, you would have to get out of the vehicle to do that.
I mean, can I do the same thing that he just did and push the guy in the commander seat out of the way?
I
He just did that today.
suppose.
It's only fair.
Yeah. But you would not be able to aim. And the problem is you have to aim with a heavy weapon or you can't fire it. Like you can't quick shot with rocket launchers.
This this is dumb. I had this planned. Damn it. Hmm.
I mean, you can like jump out the back and then take cover behind it, assuming Mike doesn't move again.
See, but they'd still be alive, and that's it's not part of the plan. This is not compute, but I can't. I'll move them out of the way and take cover, so I won't be popping out of the commander seat.
Okay. So are you? Let me guess. So are you trying to like basically
Actually,
have?
no. You know what I'm gonna do?
No.
Now that I think about it, so yeah, I'm gonna move him out of the commander seat, right? Like as planned. Instead of using the heavy weapon, my rocket, I'm gonna use the machine gun that he was using to take these two out.
Okay.
Since I have a lot better heavy weapons than he does, I have a better chance.
Okay, but just keep in mind you can't aim.
That's fine. A weapon in this case would be. Give me a second. Let me put myself in the command. Well,
Well, you
yeah,
don't have
I
to.
have to
Just
put
as long
myself.
as you're still in the commander seat, you can just still select the
Yeah.
E239 and fire that. It would still be at a
And what
-2.
is
Actually, it'd be a -3. I forgot because of the moving vehicle.
uh, so -3, -2 since I have machine gunner. Obviously, I'm gonna use rate of fire. Actually, did he? Did he? No, he didn't stop moving yet. So yeah, it is a moving vehicle, but
Yeah,
that's
Mike.
fine.
Yeah,
It goes
Mike was
through.
still trying.
I'm gonna. Where's my roll?
Is in the chat. You no successes, but a hit on your ammo dice and a splat on your ammo dice.
Um, I mean, I have a better chance of succeeding if I were to push.
So do you want to?
I'm gonna push.
Okay. Reliability goes down by 1, but you get chance to suppress. So I'll roll their cuff. So lieutenant succeeds. Um, does this other one succeed? Nope. Um, so she completely forgets about helping her lieutenant get to safety, and she just hits the deck. Um, so
I'm gonna peep back into cover. Well, into the vehicle so I don't get shot at.
well, if you're firing the machine gun on the top, then that's remotely operated. You don't have to worry about
Oh
being
well.
exposed.
Okay, that's fine.
Um, so this guy right here is going to just fucking book it. 1-2. Uh, mobility. Oh shit, he had a special save. Oh, whatever. So he gets an extra success, so he can move 1 more hex, and then he's going to go 1-2. So he's fucking hauling ass, like running up the fucking ramp to get into the building. Um, and hold on a sec. Okay, is that off? Yeah. Um, so that would be actually he still has mobility, so mobility. This time I gotta remember that. Okay, so he gets into the building, so 1-2. All right. Next is our old friend Simmons. Let's see. I can't remember who all was out of the vehicle. Does anybody gotten out yet?
I don't think anyone has gotten out yet.
Okay. Um, in that case, Simmons is going to uh do an unspecified action, but
Be stupid and accidentally shoot his lieutenant. It would be in character.
This is this is true.
It's a Simmons after all. God, Simmons disappeared. Fucker. He's done the Joe Star secret technique. Run away!
oh my god. Well, no, I was gonna say if somebody had gotten out of the vehicle, I would actually roll a d2 to see if he would snipe the lieutenant instead, but nobody did. So that's Simmons' turn. Anya, your guys' sniper. Um, I guess again for preserving players who aren't there, she will stay in the vehicle. Socorro, the Rocketeer, is suppressed, so she skips. Riley, I guess, uh, stays in the vehicle. Yeah, skip. Uh, Machine Gunner is going to overwatch a specific hex. That's his turn. We started the round. Mike, it's your turn again.
Me and Mike wanted to switch.
Oh, you guys did?
I texted him. He said, "Yeah."
Okay. So, let's see. So Mike is at the top, so Chef would be at the top instead.
Well, I'm a bit scared of what he's overwatching, but fuck it. It's for the greater good. My character's gonna pop out and shoot at the rocket tier, basically this area,
Um,
and we already know.
she's right there, and so is the machine gunner.
Oh well, yeah, I'm gonna fire at these guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire my rocket, and if I remember now, I don't get any minuses.
Yeah, you have to
So they better
aim.
fucking count their days.
Yeah, you have to aim. But yeah, you don't have any minuses that I can think of.
This is payback, you son of a bitch. Hey, rocket! You no, 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 no! I'm pushing that. No, this is heresy. God damn it! God damn!
Oh god. Okay, so in other news, you damaged the rocket by 1, so we have to do deviation. Um. What?
I don't know. I don't. I guess I don't get the system.
This dude. I knew you guys jinxed something. It had to be me.
Oh no.
I knew you guys jinxed something.
Alright, hold up. Where is heavy weapons? Deviation. Where is it? Okay. Roll 2d6 to determine where the round lands. Slash R d6. Oh, okay, you already did. So the first d6 determines the direction of the deviation, which would be, you got a 6, so that's going to be at like 10 o'clock. And 3 is hold on. Let's see. 3 would be how far from the target hex that round lands in hexes. So 1, 2, 3. So it lands up here.
Does not make sense.
And hold on. So you would roll the blast, I think.
I have a blast of B.
Okay, 2d10.
Ooh,
Fucking should.
Jesus.
Shit. Okay, so
I'm playing
let
no
me
games.
check what blast B is. Explosions. So crit 3 or damage 3, crit 3, armor +1. For the sake of speeding this along, because I know there are a lot of combatants, I'm just going to say the explosion just wipes all 3 of these guys out. Because it would be enough to crit them.
And I was also gonna say with the blast, it would probably affect their rockets too.
What do you mean?
Like since there's ordnance, they have rockets. It would also
Yeah, it's
affect
going
their
to set it
rockets,
off.
wouldn't it?
It's going to explode. So you kill 3 people, and you see like the ceiling caves in on the living room, and all the bodies or the red mist kind of floats down with them. Shrapnel, like the windows blow out, and all that. So currently you've seen this like fat guy running into the building, and then this woman on the ground, and then the lieutenant limping away. Sniper has conspicuously disappeared.
Since Socorro's rockets exploded, and I'm pretty sure they do the same thing as mine, and they have a blasted B. Wouldn't that also affect this
No,
guy?
they don't have blast B. They have blast C.
And still, though, wouldn't that affect him or no?
No, because blast C would be the nearby hexes. D is in the same hex. C is surrounding. So
Whack.
it would not be able to hit him. So, but either way,
Worth a
Socorro,
shot.
Murray, and Katola are dead.
Well, I'm gonna get back into cover. At least I did something.
So Helena is red mist. Matthias is going to. He can't fire because the machine gun or the autocannons gen. Lena, what would you like to do?
I think there was another person that needed medical aid. It was Jace.
Yeah, well, Jace,
I will.
he didn't get a, actually, he did get a crit, so you're gonna have to heal Jace.
Okay.
His crit was a bleeding gut. So,
Let me see.
I also gotta roll his heal time.
That's
Slash R 2d6.
So I think you skipped the other NPCs that we controlled.
No, I didn't.
Uh,
We're at round 2. You
there's only
started.
Eldad.
Eldad's after you.
No, I'm saying like there's only Eldad. Like the other NPCs that we
Oh, they're not
control
on the
aren't on
list.
there.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry about that. I forgot to add them to the list. So,
But that's just for this turn. So
yeah. I mean, combat is kind of nearing its end though, so it doesn't matter too much, I wouldn't think.
oh, I got my vengeance. So
Yeah.
field surgeon.
So, Jace is going to be dealing with like after the crit is healed, he'll have this for his heal time is a week. Oh, nice.
Jesus.
So, in other news, he's stabilized. And you can do another medical roll to give him HP back. Actually, no, scratch that because he's not broken. So,
Cool.
Tobias, you were able to because he was at 0 HP.
Yeah.
So that's Lena's turn. The lieutenant is going to go 1, 2. Roll his mobility. Wow. Go 1, 2. 1, 2. Again for his other fast action. So he's in the building. Actually, he's going to see if he can get a little farther. Wow, Jesus Christ. 1, 2,
Oh.
3. Um, Eldad, aka Marty, what would you like to do?
Let's see.
What you could do potentially is get out of the vehicle as a slow action and then move a minimum of 1, 2 hexes over here. Now the most exciting turn, but it sets you up to be able to use your rifle.
I think I want to do that.
Okay, so you will be
So
here. Okay, Mona, I think is still suppressed this turn. Mike, you are still in the driver's seat. You could run her over if you want.
we're down.
I just, huh?
Well, here's the thing. So because I gave you control of Eldad and Mike, Eldad just jumped out
Oh,
of the vehicle. Mike is still in the driver's seat, so he could run her over.
yep. Let's do it.
All right, driving roll.
And suddenly we're recreating Mad Max.
Mad Mike's.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
Lord. Mobility.
What?
See if she dodges or reduces the damage. Okay, so she reduces the damage. Doesn't completely get out of the way, but so Mike would have done that would be 5 damage total. She negates it, so she still gets a crit. I want to see what that would be, and then determine if that would be like just insta kill. Um, actually,
Imagine she gets her head run over. She should.
nope, torso. But even with
Okay.
her armor, that's still enough to crit her.
Beautiful.
Oh God. So, in other words, she gets rammed in the fucking kidney. Like her armor breaks a little bit. She cries out in pain and like falls over. Um, and I'll say KIA. I was originally going to be rolling crits for all these guys, but because there are only 3 players, just to speed things along. Okay, so
Don't worry, you can roll crits when I execute these guys. Treason, I say treason.
okay, noted. So that was Mike's turn. Very nicely done. You rammed the woman, hit her in the kidney. Okay. Carp is going to uh do unspecified action. Simmons, no comment.
Oh, trust me, I know exactly what you're doing. Can already tell.
Oh, do you?
Yes. So your mouse doesn't give you away.
Oh, you're right.
The mouse gives you away.
Shit.
I can already tell where you're going. I was like, oh no, I already know what he's doing.
It's almost perfect.
Oh god, it's beautiful.
Okay, then from now on I'll keep it all in my head. How do you like that?
Oh, no worries, you're
Okay.
good, yeah?
So Simmons, I'll say he's doing like who knows what. Um, Anya skips, Socorro is dead, Riley skips, and now we are back to Chef. Or actually, well,
Oh,
yeah. Do you guys want to do those other NPCs, Jace and Alejandro?
yeah, I'd like to do that, yeah.
Okay, so as Romeo, I guess goes first. Would you
So I'm
like to
guessing
repeat
that the
Eldad to jump out?
who's controlling Romeo?
You.
Oh yeah. Then yeah, do that exactly.
Okay. So he's out. That's his turn. Lena, would you have Jace do the same thing?
Yes,
Okay.
I would.
So your three NPCs are out here. As for players, so it's Chef's turn.
I'm going to get out and take out my rifle.
Okay. So, but
Might
you're
be
not going to
injured,
be
but
able
I
to
still need
move.
to be. Yeah, that's fine. I might be injured, but I still need to be a leading force for my men, no matter how bloody I am.
Okay. Matthias skips. Lena, what would you like to do?
I think at this point I will also like get out and I know I probably can't move, but I'll get out at least and have the rifle ready.
Yeah. Well, you have two options. You can either get out and pull out your rifle, or you can get out and move. So.
I'll get out and move.
Okay. Same
Let's
hex as all these guys, or somewhere else?
um I will move to this
Okay.
hex, like on the other side of
Sure.
the
There you go.
vehicle. Thank
Okay.
you.
Uh, Lieutenant. Uh, I'm not gonna move my mouse. Because I know exactly what's going on now that I know the trick that Ghost is exploiting. Eldad, it
I
is
was
your
gonna
turn.
splitting that out. You know what? I'm not gonna say
So,
that.
so Marty, what you can do is you can now like move and or shoot.
Okay. W- With who?
Eldad, this guy.
Okay.
Just tell me where you want him to go, and I'll move your token.
I want him to take a side position to the door.
Okay. So he can. So with a fast action, you can move 2 hexes for free. You can do mobility to try to get extra hexes, where each success gives you 1 move. And then for fast, so basically you can move twice around if you use 2 fast actions. If that's what you would like to do.
Um, so is this a wall here?
This right here,
Yeah.
that's a cliff.
Not a wall, but can you take cover behind here?
Down here, yeah. Like these stairs basically lead up a cliff, but you could hunker down
Okay.
alongside the cliff and just be like covered by the wall.
Right. So it's a cliff.
Yes.
Okay. I want him to take. I want him to take cover there.
Okay, so he can move here, and then I will have him roll his mobility. Would you like him to push that?
No.
Okay. So, but he can use his other fast action to get there, so he'll do that. That would be Eldad. And speaking of your turn again, it's Mike's turn.
Okay. So now I get out of the tank.
Okay. So, same hex as Lena or over here?
Over here then.
Okay. So, that's a pretty simple turn. Carp is going to skip. Simmons is going to skip. Or by skip I mean they're doing unspecified things. Okay, do that. Do Okay, back to Tobias. Actually, God, I keep forgetting those two NPCs. I'm sorry. So, we'll do Romeo again. What would you like Romeo to do, Chef? Ghost.
Oh, move the 2 hexes and then I'll roll his mobility.
Move which two hexes?
Move up here.
To where this body is?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, so Romeo goes there.
Roll the mobility.
Okay. Mobility. No bueno. Do you want him to push?
Oh boy, no. There's no need. I'm gonna have him move up over here.
Okay, do you want him to do mobility again?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, two
There
hexes.
you go.
Nice.
Move up over here where this wall is.
Up to this hex.
Yeah, up to this hex where this wall
So
is.
as he's going, he triggers Overwatch.
I was saying to this wall right
I
here.
know, but I'm saying as he's getting up to the wall, he's in this hex and like he's moving to the side, so he's triggering Overwatch. So, but he
That
is a
makes sense.
moving target, so that adds a
That's true.
-1. Which is canceled out by that. Yeah, he's just and then like all the shots are missing Romeo. That was the worst Overwatch
Nerd.
ever.
I loved your war cry. That action just sealed the deal for me.
So,
Sorry.
but I will say, Alejandro, as you are moving to this cover, you would actually see the lieutenant ducking into cover, so you know where he is.
Gotcha.
And that's oh wait, and then Jace, what would you like to do? And that's Emily.
Me. So I believe Jace is still in. Yep, he's in the square. I'll have him start moving up.
Okay.
To like here.
Okay.
And then I'll have him roll mobility, see if he can move any
Okay.
more.
Do you want him to
That's
push?
first, red shirt.
Do you want him to push it?
No, I won't push it.
Okay. Do you want him to use his other move action to get up here?
Yes.
Okay.
Call this plan Task Force Red Shirt.
Okay. And do you want him to roll mobility again?
Yeah, let's have him roll mobility again.
Oh.
Oh, so close.
So he's like midway between the cliff, like he's sort of not on ground level, but he's not up on the cliff, so he's kind of like halfway up.
Okay.
Cool. Like that.
So now it is Master Chef's turn.
I'm gonna move up here.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna roll mobility.
Okay.
Well, mobility is again. It's not that bad, but not that good either. But I got an agility of hey baby, hey baby, let's go.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Nice.
It works well enough. Yay!
Move up here. I'm gonna move again. I'm gonna move up here.
All right. Do you want to do mobility?
Yeah, I'll do mobility.
Look at Ohio Tobias charging it like a football player.
Yeah, it's like
I
he
can imagine him
charges
just
the
shove. Oh shit! Nice.
daughter.
Do you want to push the D10 or D12?
Sure.
Okay. Are
My
you
fucking.
are you going to, or do you want me to?
Give me a second. Hold on, it's still loading. Yeah.
Okay, so you take like you sort of sprain your ankle a bit, but you keep on running. You're on an adrenaline high. So you take 1 point of damage, but you don't slip. So you get one extra
Yes, and
hex. So where do you want to go?
that's right here.
Yeah, you can go right there.
I'm gonna be taking cover behind this wall.
Okay. Matthias skips Lena.
I will begin moving up myself.
Okay.
There's my mouse. So 1, 2. I'll roll mobility with my heavy ass backpack. Actually make it a thing. Cool. So I'll make it up here. And then I will just move up again. So I'm in the same hex as Jace.
Okay. So that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. The lieutenant is going to peek and fire at, I will say, Romeo and Tobias were like, you're taking cover, but you're like, I would say not necessarily fully in cover because by this point you're moving, so I would say maybe like an arm or a leg hit would count. I think that's fair.
Cheeky, but whatever.
So he's going to, Lieutenant is going to quick shot at Romeo. So -2. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Um.
Poor
Oh.
Romeo.
So Romeo is going to take, what would that be? 2, 3, 4, 5 minus armor. So 4 damage.
Wait a minute though. Wait, you said an arm or a leg, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. So it doesn't hit him, and he wasn't called shot. He wasn't doing a called shot. So in that case, he is firing at that hex, so I think he would still have to do cuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
I mean,
at least
that
he
much
isn't gonna
fucking
get hit
gunfire.
by
Yeah, he
like.
doesn't actually directly get hit, but he does have his unit morale because of Master Chef.
I saved the NPC.
Okay, he basically dives into cover and like hunkers down out of fear. So that's Romeo, and also, the lieutenant is fired. Eldad, your turn.
Oh, that either.
Marty.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, he goes up the stairs.
Okay. So, all right. So he's
So,
going up there.
Here. Yep.
Okay, so he'll be there. Do you want to roll
Can he
mobility to try to
see?
get farther in the room?
No. Does he see the lieutenant?
Yes.
Can he shoot?
Um, so if you're going to double move, no. But if you roll mobility and you got 2 successes, then you would be able to get to where you are right now and still have an action to shoot. So that's why I asked if you want to roll mobility.
Okay. Roll mobility then.
Okay. Let's see. Oh! So yeah,
Okay,
you
Nice.
do. So,
2 successes, so he can so he can shoot at the lieutenant.
yes.
Okay.
So
Go
he's
ahead.
going
Okay.
He
to,
shoots at the lieutenant.
yeah. So fire his rifle. It's going to be a quick shot because he doesn't have an action to aim, but um, and because basically the way this works, just so you know, is that like unless you aim, then you have a -2 modifier unless it's something light like a carbine or a pistol. Basically to represent the inaction, so you're just basically firing from the hip. So in this case, you don't have an action to aim, but you can use a bunch of ammo dice to try to offset that.
Whatever I can do to. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so
no.
yeah, unfortunately no hit.
You still get depressed.
Okay.
Well, he could push, but that would fucking jam his gun. I don't think that'd be worth
Oh,
it.
I thought it was. Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, he got 2 splats on his thing. But it's essentially his second turn because now it's Mike's turn.
Right. Well, can I move here?
Move to where this right here, where you just marked here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can move
There.
so up to here with 1 action. If you want to do mobility again, which you can roll that or I can, then you can get to that hex without an action.
From where can I see the lieutenant?
I would say you would have to be up by where Jace is in order to be able to see him.
Okay, well, I'll roll mobility.
Okay. So unfortunately, no. Um,
Okay,
but you could still use a second move
then
action to
that's it.
get here with Jace, and then be able to shoot him on your next turn.
Okay,
Okay. So,
I'll do that.
all right. So you're in the same hex as Jace. Carp is going to aim and fire at Chef. And he's going to do a called shot to the leg. So he does hit. He does 1 point of damage because your armor negates one of it. So you have to do a cuff, Tobias.
Gotcha.
But don't forget, roll your unit morale because of, A, your command, and
Yes.
B, the unit. Oh, that was close.
You guy.
So, yeah, you succeed. You do take 1 point of damage, but other than that, you're fine. You get like nicked in the side of the leg. So that's Carp's turn. Simmons is not acting. Anya skips. We'll basically just skip all these guys until it is Alejandro's turn. Because he's suppressed, so it would be Jace. So Emily, you're basically your second turn.
Cool. I'll say that Jace will move up to the square.
Okay.
If I ping correctly, there we go.
Yeah, so he's going to be in the same hex as Romeo.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jace is
And
there.
then I guess for his other action, I'll have him do a quick shot at Gabriel.
Okay,
Here,
he's shooting at the
I
lieutenant.
can.
All right.
Yeah, the
So
lieutenant. Sorry.
yeah, so no, it's fine. So he's going to do a quick shot. And how much ammo dice do you want him to use?
What's the rate of fire
Max
for
is
his
5
weaponry?
on the rifle.
Let's go with a rate of fire of 4.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you want him to push that?
Yeah, I'll have him push. Oh,
Yikes.
damn.
Okay, so in other words, his gun jams. Most unfortunate for him. Next is Tobias.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my rifle to shoot at this guy. What can I see?
He's leaning around the corner, so you see his head and his arm.
I'm going to shoot at his head. I'm going to do a call shot at his
Okay.
head. Which is I'm pretty sure since I'm like using a position to stabilize a 2+1, right?
Yeah. Well, you'd have to do a specific action to do that.
I mean, sure I did that.
Well, you
So
didn't
I'm asking.
specify that you did that. Like, it's a separate fast action to stabilize a weapon.
Oh, well.
So basically, like, if you
So,
do you have rifleman?
yes, I do.
Okay, so basically, if you stabilize, you get a +1. If you use rifleman, you get a +1. If you do a call shot, that's -2. So just be a flat roll.
And then, yeah, and then we have a scope, right?
Yeah, red dot that works at short range. +1 if you aim.
And I'm aiming, right? No.
No, you're stabilizing your weapons in fast action and shooting as a slow. So that's not technically aiming.
Okay, and then I guess that's just.
This is a flat roll. But you got really high range combat, I think. So.
So I do. Yeah, well, I'm going to. I'm not gonna make this guy. I'm not gonna make this easy for this guy. So. Fuck. What do I get?
A 6 and then a success on the ammo dice.
So that's 2. I'm gonna make that a crit. That
You
ammo
can't.
dice.
He has a helmet.
Uh,
If you push, you can get
so that's
extra
2.
successes.
What's it called? So that's a 2, and then that's a -1. So that's a 2 again. Okay, then I'll just press that then.
Okay.
Oh, I ever listened to you?
We used up all our good rolls early on too early. I've
No,
noticed.
you guys jinxed it, but I mean, I still hit him in the head, so
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I can hit him again with that.
Yeah, you can hit him again
second
and
roll.
do. It would still be 2 damage.
I mean, so 2 and then 2. That's 4 damage on top of itself.
No, but I'm saying like he has a helmet, so that ignores 1 point of damage. So either way, it's 2. So.
I mean, if I'm hitting him again, aren't I hitting in a different location,
Uh, not.
or is that just hitting the same spot?
It's just in the same spot. But he
It's
does have
2
to do
damage.
coolness under fire. So let's see what his coolness under fire would be. Wow. Um, that's yeah. Matthias, Skeps,
I'm
Lena.
gonna.
Cool. So I was in the same hex as Jace. I will move
Yeah.
up.
Well, because keep in mind, I
I-
said where you and Mike are, you would be
sorry.
able to shoot at the lieutenant.
Okay. I'll do that then. I had a thing I was gonna say, but it left my brain. I apologize for just going silent. So yes, the weaponry. You have riflemen. I
Yeah. If
think
you
I may be a little bit out of range for him.
well, hold on. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So technically no.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're exactly within range.
Nice. Okay, so I guess, aim. I think that's a
Yeah, if you have rifleman,
then
you get
fire.
+1.
Yep. Nice.
So I will warn, if you
So,
want to hit him in the, if you actually want to hit him, he was like leaning around the corner, if I recall correctly, so that's head or arms. So you might consider doing a call shot, but
yeah, let's hit him in the other arm. Let's totally cripple this guy.
yeah. Actually, no, wait, he can't. I made a mistake, guys. He shouldn't have been able to fire because he, he can't hold his gun. He dropped his gun, so he's just hiding. Uh, so,
Actually,
Yeah.
I'll change my mind. I'll try to go for the headshot.
yeah.
This dude's an
Yeah,
ass.
to compensate, I'll say, his head is exposed. Either way, like he's leaning around
Nice.
the corner to see what's going on. So, he's an official apology.
That's fine.
I didn't want to kill this guy though, but I guess there's no point of 6.
Is that a negative for the called shot or no?
Yes, it's a -2, but if you aim or if you have rifleman, that's just -1.
Cool. Let us roll.
So you hit him in the head. This guy actually, uh, yeah, he does have a helmet, so he takes 1 point of damage. Ding him in the head. He does have to do cuff and succeeds.
How much damage has he taken in total?
By this point, I mean, Mike fucking ran over his arm, which is like bleeding profusely, and like he's still clutching his arm, and you see there's a little bit of blood coming from his head, so he looks really beat up.
Okay.
Speaking of which, it is uh his turn, so he's going to shout, "Carp, cover me!" Uh, and move 1, 2, um, do his mobility, and move 1, 2. So by this point he's out of sight, and then I'll keep what I do with him in my head. So that's his turn. Okay, Marty / Eldad, what would you like to do? You're currently right here.
Can I shoot at Carp?
Yes, because he was leaning around the corner. You could shoot him in the head or arms. So basically, so you have two options for shooting him. The first one is you can fire without any negative modifiers, but you would have to hit him by luck in the head or the arms to be able to do any damage to him. Or you can do what everybody else is doing, do what's called a called shot, where you can specifically say, I'm going to shoot him in the arm or I'm going to shoot him in the head, but you'd be taking a -2 penalty to your roll.
Do I have a hand grenade by any chance?
Let me see. I don't remember if he does or not, but no, he doesn't.
Okay. Well. Does he have a knife? No.
Yes.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
So, could I move like right here and then knife him around the corner?
1, 2. So if you because he's on the border, I'll make things interesting and just say he's there. So if you do, yeah, actually, yeah, no, you wouldn't have enough moves to get to him unless you rolled like flawlessly on your mobility. So you could move like here, for example. Um, so you're in the building, and I'll roll your mobility, see if you, um, you know, um, so yeah, you would. I mean, you could still shoot him, um, if you wanted to.
Okay, do that.
Okay.
You have a shotgun, by
Yeah,
the
you
way.
do have an underbarrel shotgun, I should mention.
Okay.
So
Oh, does more damage or something?
yeah, it does more damage. It has shorter range, but it does more damage.
Okay, so use that. I mean,
Okay.
I take it that being around the corner is not out of range.
Yeah, no, you're in range. So
Okay.
you can blast
Go
away at
for
him,
it.
see if you hit. Do you want to push that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hold on. No, that was the wrong roll. That was mobility. Wait, what? Uh, why did it roll as mobility? Um,
I don't
so
know.
okay,
How about you delete that roll and we do it properly?
yeah, agreed. Well, actually, no, hold on. I don't know why I rolled his mobility, but it did roll his. So you took the rifle takes 1 point of damage, or the shotgun, I mean. Um, and but you do get 2 hits on the ammo dice, so you suppress him. Or you have a chance to suppress him. Let's see. I'm gonna roll his. Yeah, he's still standing. Um, that's Eldad. Okay, Mike, it's your turn. So it's basically your turn again, Marty.
Okay.
I should mention Mike does
Uh,
have a grenade.
yeah, but this guy is now too close.
Actually, no. You could toss because the grenade has a blast rating of C, which basically means if you land it in this hex, I'll draw a circle. Um, anything in these, like within this orange circle, uh, will be affected by the blast. Eldad is right here, so he won't. Like he's
Okay.
fine.
So, okay. So, what do I need to do to throw that grenade right there?
Okay. So
Ability.
yeah, to throw the grenade, it would be you can actually just click the grenade. Oh, hold on, no unit left. What the hell? Why does it say no unit left? Oh, that's why. Um, so so basically you just click grenade, like you click on the grenade, and then you just click roll. Oh, nice. So yeah, you get the
Okay.
grenade behind Carp. Imagine you lean, or maybe you throw the grenade and it ricochets off the wall. So it lands exactly where you want it to. The blast rating on the grenade is C, so I'm going to roll /R 2d8, see if it does any blast. Oh God! So that was a really good grenade roll. Um, he does. What is the base damage of that grenade? 2 crit 3. So you did a total of.
Um, yeah. Base is 2, crit and crit is 3.
Okay. Even with armor +1, I think that's still enough to crit. So yeah, you blow this guy up. So nicely done. So
Beautiful.
that is that turn. Very nice grenade. This guy, good thing you killed him because it would have been his turn next. Carp is dead. Simmons is still doing things. Anya skips, so basically to go until we get to. I think by this point Romeo is out of his suppression.
Yeah.
Uh, so he's prone, so we would have to use an action to get up. I'm assuming that's what you would have him do.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily, what do you want Jace to do?
Leah there.
Audio troubles?
Possibly.
Muted? Something like that? Yeah, she just has to reconnect.
Audio troubles indeed.
Called it.
There we
Okay.
go.
So, you said you wanted Jace to move here or here?
I'll have him move here.
Okay. So he
If I
moves
long click
here.
it.
And you would see the lieutenant is here fleeing.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take for now that we're let him alive. I'll have Jace move here, I think he can move, and then I'll. There we go. There's the hexes I couldn't see. I'll have him move here
Okay.
with his movement. Oh,
Do you want him to do
I'll
mobility to
have him
try to
move
get
up.
in the same hex as the lieutenant?
Yes.
Okay.
That was way too complicated the way I
Do you
explained
want
that.
him
I
to push?
apologize. Yeah, let's push. Let's see if he can
Nope.
get him there. Ah.
So he's currently right there, running after the lieutenant. Next is Tobias.
Ice is gonna move over here.
Okay.
And he's gonna shoot the lieutenant in the leg.
Okay.
Try to immobilize him. Ready?
So just know that you are doing a
Cream.
quick shot.
Give me a second. I'm looking at the not in range, but I'll use this. So that's a just so that's -2 from quick shot, right?
Yeah, -2 for a quick shot. Yep.
-2. Okay. I'll push that.
You didn't want to roll any ammo dice?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. Fuck, I didn't roll that. Damn. I guess I'll re-roll that then. There you go.
Okay, so it's a shot to the leg. Let's see. And yeah, so you do exactly enough damage like to just break this guy. He fucking drops over, cries out in pain. So he is, where is he? Incapacitated symbol. I'll just do this. So,
All right. I'm
um,
then gonna tell Jace that to secure him, and I'll cover him.
okay. So I would say that ends
Mm.
combat.
Nice.
Nicely done. So okay, so currently, yeah, there's a giant chunk of this building missing, because you've killed a bunch of Marines or traitorous Marines. Carp is dead.
Can I do something?
Sure, what?
I'm immediately gonna go over to Gabriel.
Okay, go over to the lieutenant.
I go over to Lieutenant. I immediately grab him by the. I grab my stomach where my intestines are. I'm guessing there's like bandages and whatnot. I'm like
Yeah.
having it in pain as I immediately grab him by the shirt, like my knife to his neck, and I say, "Start talking."
Okay, I would say that would be a. So because I planned for this, I looked this up in a. So this is the way you're going to be interrogating these guys is going to go is you're going to be rolling persuasion, but he opposes it with his stamina.
Okay.
So stamina. He fails,
Nerd.
but there is a chance you could fail. So let's see that persuasion
Do I get any
modifiers.
additions from anything or no?
Yeah, let's look at the social conflict modifiers. More people. He's suffered plenty of damage. He's held captive. Uh, that's +3 in terms of -1. Stuff. He has nothing to gain, and he outranks you, so that's +1.
Okay.
Okay, you succeed. And so the way I'm going to handle this also, I forgot to mention, each success you roll in your persuasion will get you one piece of information,
Oh. Well.
unless you
Okay.
think that's.
I guess I can roll that for. Re-roll. I mean.
Yeah, if you want
I
to,
push.
try to get more successes.
Push. Well, whatever.
Yeah, you suffer a point of stress because this is like the pain you're in and your frustration is really getting to you, but you still manage to succeed. So, um,
I'm going to. I'm going to ask him is why exactly he attacked like why exactly he betrayed the IMC.
um, what he tells you is he's saying that um, he didn't originally betray them, but what happened is that he and his platoon uh, were basically abandoned, and the problem is they didn't have the numbers to attack the separatists, and they were out of contact with command, so they were forced to rob from the locals to survive.
Hmm.
And he's saying like we didn't originally have a base of operations, but this lodge became just that.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna ask. Does anybody else want to ask him anything? Because I'm going to have a thing with Tobias. So if anybody else wants to ask him anything, since I didn't roll that high, they can.
I'll say my character's like come into the building, so we're
Yeah,
just
yeah, you
like
guys
enters
can
this
move
lodge.
freely now. Now that combat is over.
Yes, if you want, just roll. I would say that Tobias should still have him held and like with a knife to
Yeah,
his neck.
yeah. Anybody who
Like
wants
he
to
can.
question this guy, roll persuasion at a +1 modifier, and each success will get you a question.
Okay. I can try. I'm not the best at persuasion, but let's
Not the
see.
best, so you
Job.
get 2 successes. Mike, do
Yeah,
you
what
wanna
a fucking understatement.
I jinxed myself, apparently.
roll persuasion, Mike? Yep. Okay, nice. Okay, so you guys have a total of 3 additional questions. So Lena, you rolled first, so you got 2 questions to ask this guy. What would you like to know?
um, I can't think of any
Well,
questions. But I'll
if you
just
can't
say
think of any
that.
questions, I'll give you some information.
Yeah, I'll just give me the information,
So,
please. That would-
what he'll tell you is that he and like this guy and the ones he was with, they're all that remains of the 24th platoon, nicknamed the Sentinel platoon. They're actually from, I mean, they are from your unit, the 72nd Marine Armored Division, rather than the local garrison. And then the other bit of information is, um, they were originally stationed at Fort Helena, and were originally going to be sent on a counterattack against the separatist forces to the south. However, while on their way to their objective, the unit was devastated by an orbital strike from a separatist frigate, and the Sentinel platoon was the only surviving unit, but most of its members were killed in action. And Mike,
All
you
right.
got a success, so you can ask this guy a question.
Is he dying?
Yeah, he's pretty badly fucked up. I mean, his leg's bleeding, his arm is broken, he's got a
If he isn't
concussion.
dying now, he's gonna die real soon.
I was gonna offer the same
My
advice.
question
Okay.
essentially is, can I take you outside and run you over?
No, 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 no.
Just gonna drag you outside in the snow and just, don't make a move. Was like, drag you to take.
I was gonna do a thing real quick. Watch this.
I can't think of anything because I'm just a jump in. So by all means, if somebody has a question that they want to ask, ask.
I actually I might have one question. Actually, if you'd allow me to ask on your behalf.
I just said that.
Well, I just want to make sure because
Yeah.
I don't want like Dakota to say like, all right, cool. I'm gonna ask him about does he know about any like other officers in the area, specifically like either I know like I'd asked about my brother and my father. Have you
Um,
heard anything about either of those two?
he tells you that their names don't ring a bell, and I mean it's up to you whether you want to believe he's genuine or not.
I guess I say if you don't have any information, then you have no more use for me. As I then say, you know where this ends, right?
And he just like by this point he's sort of breathing like more sort of raspily, coughing a little bit. He just laughs at you and he just kind of gradually goes limp.
Oh, come on.
I mean, this guy, he
Fucking
was brought down to 0 HP. He got
I was
shot
gonna
in the head.
execute him.
I mean,
And Marty, now you
As
see
I
I
as
and now
remind
you
him
see why I
that
call
he
the
this game
killed.
War
power
Crime
invested
Simulator.
fee. No, this
Okay,
isn't
this
a
is
war
interesting.
crime. Wait. Time out. This isn't a war crime because under like the under the legal system of the military, he's betrayed the country, which means that he is to be executed on sight. So it would actually be me following the rules.
After a court martial, thank you very much.
I mean, in the power invested in me as the commanding officer in this area, I find you guilty due to the fact I'm bleeding out of my gut. You are to be executed on sight. I take out his pistol. Even if he's limp, I'm just gonna take out my pistol and just shoot him. I will roll the empathy if I need to.
Yeah, roll empathy, unless you have killer.
Uh, if I fail the empathy and I can get killer, so that's good.
Yeah, but you're
Let's
gonna
see if I
stress the
fail.
shit out of yourself and everybody else.
That's fine. You know the rules. It's time to die. Oh, that's not too bad. I say,
Jesus,
ah,
like,
you
you don't
lucky
give a
son of a
shit.
bitch.
Yeah, you can't bring yourself to do it because he like he's like he's not worth the bullet, he's dead anyway.
Yeah, I say, you know what, you lucky son of a bitch, you died anyway. As I just take his pistol and I take his like holster, if he has a pistol. I'm
No, he
guessing
just has
does.
a rifle.
It's whack. You're an officer without a pistol. You're fucking even more useless than I thought. Asshole. Fuck you.
Legitimately wasn't worth the bullet of this time, man.
I say, well, either way, we're gonna take his body.
Why?
Let's prove to the colonists that we actually did what we told them that we'd do. And we're gonna tell them about this lodge also, even if it is broken. I mean, it's still something that they could use.
It
And
is
I
now.
didn't get my fucking intestines put back inside of my body for nothing.
At least they were put back in.
Yeah.
Indeed, I had to spill my guts out to somebody, and they put it back in. But he just looks to all of you and says, just like, gather all the equipment you have. I'm going to rest. My character says, as he just like sits on a wall, still holding his gut.
Fun.
I say to secure the lieutenant's body and like anybody else's body who you can, just to like bury them at least. Since if we are gonna give this, we'll bury the other bodies and then we'll keep the lieutenant's body for the colonists to do whatever they want to do. Maybe they want to do a mock trial for this guy and just execute him. Or the fuck they want to do? I don't know. I don't know what the colonists do on this planet.
Frontier justice.
Frontier justice. Hey, I almost got put into a Luger wedding. I'm pretty sure they do something.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I'm
I was back when I
very,
was corporal.
I'm very confused.
Don't worry about it.
So, with that in mind, I think that would be a sufficient spot to close the curtains on. We will do experience points if you guys want.
Sure.
Okay, so, uh, and Marty, just so you know, so XP in this game is a little more variable and interactive than it is in Star Wars, where you get a flat rate. So basically, it's based on sort of participation and accomplishments.
Okay.
So I will pull up the expanded XP questions. Well, first I'll pull it up and then it'll show players. Um, so for every question you answer yes to, you get 1 point of experience. And basically what I'll do if you want to come back for seconds, I'll tally up the XP for Mike as yours, for your character. But we'll discuss that later. Okay, is everybody ready?
Yep.
Oh my lord.
What?
Sweet Jesus. That laugh.
Did you follow your moral code? Yes, I did.
Yeah, so everybody participated in the session. If you follow your moral code, because Mike's moral code,
did.
carry over from Road to Wusan, anytime I can run something over is a happy day. That was, and Tom came up with that too. So,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
Mike followed his moral code. Did the rest of you?
Yep, sure.
Yeah, I did.
Yep. I helped someone. I
Okay.
helped several
I
people.
decided to come after these people on the behalf of the colonists, which means I protected those who can't protect themselves.
Um, did you? I know it says risk or sacrifice something, but I just say like, did you follow your big dream? Like, work towards your big dream? I
Yeah,
feel like
my
Mike did.
Tank. My tank.
Yeah.
I risked my tank.
Yeah.
and I survived after getting basically almost killed twice. Got shot in the head by a fucking dishonorable sniper, and I got my guts torn out. I survived the war so far.
Oh Lord.
Done
Um.
that.
So, did you make a significant discovery or revelation? You discovered that there are marine traders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty major discovery. Um. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everybody did at one
I
point
put.
or another. The grenade,
Fucking
like,
collapsed the building.
yeah, like fucking Mike throwing a grenade that killed Carp in one go.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
nice one.
that was a good grenade throw. Um,
Got
did
lucky with that
you
rocket, not gonna lie.
perform a successful action related to your area of expertise, such as treating one? So let's see. Tobias was, he blew up a bunch of people with a missile launcher. Lena healed people, and Mike ran somebody over. So yes.
Yes, indeed.
So you all did that. You traveled through one hex on the travel map that you'd not visited before.
Yeah.
Because you were going into this hex. You overcame this dangerous event using very violent means. Um, did you risk your life for your buddy?
No.
Yeah, because I know your buddy
I
wasn't
don't
here,
have a
Tobias.
buddy.
Well, currently, if you were to narrow just down these two choices, it's the replacement Riley or the homicidal mechanic. Take your time. Take your time. I know it's a difficult choice. Um, did you? So I guess no. Did you make significant progress towards or complete your group's current objective? I would say no, because this was not originally your objective. Your objective is still to get to that ambush spot. Um, did you
I think I got
make
this one.
what?
No, did you take a
Oh yeah,
life-threatening critical injury?
anybody, yeah, you got crit pretty fucking badly. So yeah, you did take a life-threatening critical injury. So because you would have bled out in a fucking stretch.
Yeah.
AKA 10 minutes.
Thanks, by the way.
You're very welcome. I'm glad that I'm glad I could help.
Also, Ghost, you have no idea how nice I was being too, because you know what the original crit you got rolled?
I could tell. I think it was gonna instigate me.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, he definitely almost killed me there.
Yeah, I was like,
Imagine it was probably another headshot or something. Oof.
yeah,
it's probably like a heart shot
it
from the
was.
torso hit. Knew it. I was like,
Um,
yeah, no, I'm about to die.
yeah, I couldn't bring myself to kill off Ohio Tobias that soon, especially because you guys were understaffed. So that's basically me giving you a freebie. Um,
That makes sense.
um, so you owe
I
I.
mean,
Um,
Tobias can tell this in his autobiography. Oh, I almost got shot. I got shot in the head. My intestine got spewed out, and then some lady I know like helped me to safety. Who knows? Maybe I made her my wife. Maybe I didn't. You'll never know. No,
okay. Um, so in
that's
terms
funny.
of XP, if anybody wants to spend XP, I would say, Marty, I would suggest if you do come back for seconds that you save your XP to spend for your actual character. Um, but
Makes
other
sense.
than that, anybody
8,
else, the regulars, you know the
6,
drill.
12.
So, uh, what happened with the guy that played Mike?
So the original player who came up with Mike Run 'em Over Reynolds, this was in a different campaign. He was playing Mike, and then he ghosted the group after session
Oh,
one. So then,
okay,
because we had that character just kind of loitering around, and we only had like 3 players, I gave control of Mike over to one of the regulars, Interstellar Marines, Tom. And Tom was the one who
okay,
really characterized him as like the homicidal, like vehicle obsessed maniac that he is. And then Mike, due to popular
okay,
demand by me, Mike was brought over as an NPC for Interstellar Marines.
okay.
Beautiful.
So, but other than that, hopefully everybody had fun. That was a good session.
Yep.
Yes, I almost died like multiple times.
Yeah,
How can
totally.
I store or make a note of the added experience? Because
Okay.
we're oh no, never mind,
Oh,
never mind. I understood.
what's it called? I think that gives a new meaning to Tobias the Tank.
Ain't that the truth, bro?